They can hear me, and now they can hear you.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Oh no!
So, how's everyone on this horrible rainy Friday?
What do you mean horrible rainy Friday? Rain is the best weather. You
I
crazy?
should not be tired, but I sort of am. I don't know.
Tell that to people who had their winter fair ruined.
My tummy
give it all
immediately
this-
started. My tummy immediately started feeling ill the second the countdown started.
Oh
I have that.
no!
I have that effect on people.
I'm doing good otherwise.
Where's the button?
We're playing Go by Moonlight.
Oh yeah. Does anyone know the rules? That sounds scary.
Don't know. I'm sure
Okay.
the GM will be able to cover
Step
for us.
1: be a girl. Erin,
Okay,
you're winning.
got it. Yes.
Oh, flunk that.
Right.
Second step,
So-
be by Moonlight.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ace, not bi. I think I failed.
Although it is late enough for Moonlight, so I guess they're halfway
that's
there
true.
on that.
Yeah, but it's a completely cloudy sky, so there's no real moonlight to speak of.
Well, don't tell them that.
Oh, they can just look outside and see it.
I wonder if they're in the UK. Nolas,
True.
for example, would have been clueless.
That's true. But we have to stop making that assumption about Americans.
I don't go outside or look outside if I don't have to. The sun could be, I mean, the moon could be out even though it's in the afternoon. I wouldn't know.
To be fair, the moon does actually come out in the afternoon. Like, the moon actually does appear in the sky
Oftentimes,
before
yes.
dusk.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, depending on the time of year and stuff like that. But yeah, let's move to the main screen. There we go. Cool, nothing's broken.
Yep, seems to work for me. So where were we last time?
Okay, so
Having a jolly good time, if I remember correctly, and nothing bad had happened at all.
oh yep,
Uh-huh.
Miracle.
We beat up a janitor and kicked him out of the dream world.
Yep. And Miracle did nothing she feels bad about. Isn't that right, Keith?
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely does not use the boundless power of one of the most powerful entities in existence to sever someone's connection to the dream world and have all the ramifications of that suddenly slam into Miracle.
Yes.
Yep. Definitely not.
That would
This
make
is
some
this is an escapist fantasy game, right?
Yeah.
Someday I gotta ask what the puzzle with the mop buckets and the floors was gonna be. I'm kind of curious now.
Basically, it was a metaphor for cleaning up, and you'd have to actually sort of realise that's actually the opposite of what you want to do, because, you know, Nori was actually a villain and they were doing bad things. I have sort of vague,
yeah. It'd have to do with like messing up the order of things or something.
yeah.
The no mops bit was a bit like I know it, like what does it like where do we go with that?
Yeah, basically you'd sort of had to realise you couldn't get forward without keeping things clean, but at the same time you had to mess things up strategically to get what you wanted. It was a whole metaphor.
Okay.
But yeah, let's begin with the obligation phase. As yep, it's been a few days. The protagonists have got to deal with their mundane lives. So let's see how much stress she starts out with. Anyone going first?
I'll go last.
Okay. Okay, so Carys, what is your lowest
Moon.
Okay, yep, Moon. So this is going to be something that breaks your heart or drives you to despair. What's happening?
Yep. Well, let's see. We've got the problem with Miracle being a little bit off the rails. Like, what's going on there? There's a reason for despair and heartbreak. The student council president, whose name I've forgotten off the top of my head, starts with an A. That's one. Alice Witherbloom. She's still in some way being blackmailed or held hostage. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is there, but I know Alice is in danger, and that's a big concern for Carys. So there's just the whole "I'm gonna save everyone" thing is looking a little bit shaky right now, and we might be getting a little bit desperate.
A little bit.
And she's got Golgari snake magic. You never know what they're going to do.
Alrighty.
Gathering nonsense.
Yes. A game I do not play and I'm slightly terrified of.
The terms blew off my head. I don't know the individual color, the color combo names. Anyway, shall I roll Moon Resistance?
Yep. How many D6s do you get in Moon then?
The default amount.
The default amount is 0.
I've got a 1 dot in Moon for resistance purposes.
Okay. Roll your die then. Oh, don't forget you get a bonus die.
Oh,
yeah. We get the
me
bonus
just-
for the thing because we're day trippers and daydreamers or whatever it is. Daydreamers,
Well,
I think.
the third one was a 1, so.
Okay. Yep, so that's a 6, so you start with 0 stress. And what happens is, you find yourself, it's pitch black at night, you're in your car, it's heavy rain, it's like the roads are so slick with rain, you're just seeing the reflections of traffic lights and neon signs, you're barely sure where the road is, and you can't see the road markings. And as you sort of nervously strain to look between swipes of the car's wipers, you turn to Alice in the seat. She looks away from you, and you wake up in a cold sweat. Who's next?
Keith wants to go last, so I suppose I'm going second.
Okay, what's turn rolling?
For lowest, he's tied with Moon and Stars. Let me see. Obligations.
Yep, deepest choice, I guess.
Is obligations like necessarily mundane life stuff, or
Yes.
can it be okay?
It's basically whatever's going on in your day-to-day that's, causing trouble.
I was gonna say that he's definitely trying and maybe not being very effective at trying to get Carys and Miracle back to talking with each other.
Yeah, I mean, team dynamics work.
But like, for all I know, Miracle can probably just like hide from him. I don't know. I just kind of don't really have the headcanon that Tern is all that bright.
Yeah, I guess he's trying his best, but he's probably worrying about it. So that sounds like stars for the anxiety.
Oh, I was actually thinking because like, Tern's big driving thing is that he wants to take the conspiracy down and whatnot because he feels guilt over having been involved with it, and like, with that effort having this obstacle in the way of like Miracle going through what she's going through, I was gonna suggest maybe Moon, because it's like despairing or whatnot at the.
Do they have
like
the
this thing
same amount of things in them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be the same role.
Yeah. Yep. If you prefer Moon, that's fine.
Like, he's panicking and despairing, I guess. But whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
maybe he can
Moon.
just, he can just walk it off. He's a big boy.
Maybe.
Ooh. That is a 4.
Somehow he's not walking it off, and Carys is. That is wild.
Yeah. To be fair, that's only 2 stress to start with. And yeah.
That's dice for you.
Yep, Tern. So, you find yourself running through the halls of the university buildings.
Where does that hallway go to? Sorry.
Yeah. You think you just catch a glimpse of Miracle, or maybe it was Carys, one of the two. And as you round the corner, you see them both facing away from you and each other. Just as you're pondering how this is actually slightly improbable. Like, it requires a very specific angle. A tall, shadowy figure with glasses steps from around the corner and appears to draw a gun. And you wake up in a cold sweat.
Just before you wake up, the glasses do the anime flash.
Of course.
In that second, Tern would definitely be impulsively running towards the figure with the gun to try to block the other two from. Like, obviously, it wouldn't affect anything, but because it's a nightmare or whatnot. But
yeah, you do notice as you do this, the figure ignores you and moves to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, last but not least, Miracle.
Miracle
Who is, of course, doing fine.
Yeah, she's doing great. Miracle's dropped off the grid for a bit. Has been ignoring text messages aside from like the occasional one a few hours later saying, "I'm fine, don't worry." And that's to everyone who's asking. Generally, it's like for you two, it's like maybe like 5 minutes late. For her family, it's like an hour or so late. And she's also been trying to go without sleep for a bit as well. Not because, of anything that's happened to these two, but purely because she doesn't want to talk to Tomorrow Yearns.
Yep. And of course, because you're playing as the stranger, you always roll stars.
I always roll stars, yes, but this is a very social problem.
Hey,
Let's see what
it's
I
your
get.
I guess you could say it's your nemesis.
Sleep.
Stars. Oh yeah, don't forget your bonus die, by the way, if you've got that.
Oh yeah, sorry, I should have rolled an extra dice then.
Damn it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
yeah.
no stress for you.
Stress what stress?
Yeah. You're just sat riding on the subway. You can't quite remember where you're going. Your phone buzzes. You ignore it. Your phone buzzes. You ignore it. Your phone starts ringing.
In the metro?
Yep. The caller ID says Tomorrow Yearns. Do you answer it?
Oh, I see. That's why I can't read the advertisements. Yeah, let's answer it.
And as you move to answer your phone, you wake up in a cold sweat.
Damn it. More coffee.
Yeah. Ironically, you do actually wake up on the metro.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's downtime. No, sorry, downtime. That's obligation, so we move on to downtime. Nobody crits, so everyone has 2 downtime activities each. What you doing?
Any of both you injured?
yes, but I don't believe there's anything you can do about it.
I saved
That's
this
it.
so I can help you recover.
Oh, that also lets you up. Okay.
Yep.
But I mean, I healed 2 people at once. Everybody else only heals 1 person. That's why I've been healing this whole game.
Cool. I'm not injured though at the
So
moment.
who's got harm? Like what do you got?
Level 1, and that's it.
Yeah, I think we each had one level 1. Did somebody get more?
No, I'm cleared.
Oh, you were cleared?
Yeah.
Oh. What cleared you? Because we determined that you can't put the free project tick on your healing clock.
When do we decide that?
We looked at the rules and stuff last session.
I don't recall.
Okay, yeah, which level 1 harm do I have then? Because that's not my sheet.
That I don't know.
I think I recall allowing it, didn't I?
We looked at it and like y'all looked at it and it like laid out that it's for like downtime projects and healing is a completely separate thing from downtime projects.
Well, yes, but if it's a downtime question, then that would have been resolved last session's downtime, and then we played the entire session with whatever that decision was. So if we didn't, if Keith didn't acquire any injuries as per the actual session of last session, then Keith has no harm. Like that's just
no.
The way
We each had one level 1 harm at the start of last session, but we decided not to bother healing because that was all that we had. We all did different downtime actions instead. Nobody healed. We just stuck with the one level 1 harm each because we decided it didn't really affect much.
I mean,
I had no sleep where I just put ticks into downline clocks, so which is why it came up.
Yeah, but that's specific to projects, I think.
Yeah, and that was something we found out like 3 weeks after the last session. So by which point it's been 4 weeks now. So no.
I just watched the VOD back of the session the other day, and I'm pretty sure that we figured that out during the downtime.
Okay.
So what injury would you want to inflict upon me now, then, Nolus?
I don't know. I'll just tell them what you did.
Or we continue playing the current game.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll make an executive decision that we'll just carry on. We can just remember it for next time. So, downtime. Do you want me to pick on someone?
Did you have something you want to do then, Nels?
Probably links. Probably intimate moments. I don't know if we got an interesting story mechanics conflict here where can we do intimate moments when Miracle is like off grid? Because it kind of seems that like with what's going on in the story that maybe I should find something else to do.
I mean, mechanically, you're certainly allowed to try. You could make the the intimate moment just trying to track down Miracle.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You said you are responding to texts like eventually, so in theory you're reading them. So I guess that's how our characters are interacting right now.
You know, texts, phone calls, ask around the university.
Yeah, it's all connection. What's your approach here?
Let me see, Dad. I had nothing in notes for this because, of course, I didn't. Tern is trying to focus on where the investigation and whatnot is going next. So is also trying to help his teammates focus on that to kind of distract them from the incident. So I guess he's gonna kind of trying to probably trying to talk to Miracle about cult stuff and ideas for going forward. Kind of as if the incident thing hadn't happened. Just kind of trying to engage with them on something that they want to think about.
Okay, and how does Miracle take this? That is to say, do you share this moment or hold yourself apart?
I think deep down, Miracle appreciates the effort, yes. Even if she's been barely responsive during the entire process.
Okay, that is an extra die on your roll.
Oh wow! I already had an idea of where the XP was going to go, but I'll take the extra die. Cool.
Keep conspiring to deprive you of any XP.
It's cool. I sort of did the same thing a couple of sessions ago. To be perfectly fair. Okay, so oh yeah, I got myself a dot in empathize. I think I'll go ahead and throw that.
Alrighty, roll empathize.
With plus
And
one.
remember, the power of friendship's holding you back.
No, the power of friendship is making me do this better, just not getting XP for doing it. Okay, so let's see. Ooh.
Okay, that's a 6. So that's 4 links, distributed between Miracle and Tern as Keith sees fit.
Do each sound good to you, there, Alice?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, you have a pretty good, it's just like, you send them, eventually you move from text to, just like a group, you start speaking in the group chat again. And, you even share a few memes.
Maybe it's kind of like awkward situation where the group chat is dead silent, but like both of them are sort of communicating at each other through to. Oh well, no, I still want to do the same thing with Carys actually. So we're gonna have to see how that goes before I can assert this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with Carys.
Okay, Carys, how do you feel about Tern texting you and trying to discuss the investigation?
I think Tern would be mentioning when talking to Miracle, he would be mentioning Carys and any input that Carys had, and vice versa, mentioning anything Miracle had to say to Carys. Because he does want the two to be able to talk to each other again. He just like all of this to Tern is kind of like he wants what's good for them, but it's actually Tern's priority is definitely taking down the conspiracy. So there might be shades of that coming through, but he's trying to pursue his goal of that by trying to get these two to be able to work together again.
I think Carys' responses to being what is incessant contact, it sounds like, would be when they're not sort of off on their own, like doing stuff and things, then would cling into it like a lifeline. So I'd say sharing in the moment.
Oh, I see. Looks like you're rolling with another die again.
All right, cool.
You
That's
roll
another
this.
4, right? Oh no, there it
okay.
is.
Yeah, so that's emphasize. Why can't I say empathize? There we go. Yep, that's another 6. So yep, another 4. It's up to Enfys how those distributed.
2 each. Why not?
Yeah. So I guess the it's a bit awkward, but the 3 of you are still in the group chat.
Ooh.
Maybe we kind of build up to getting the proper group chat like moving again, where like it was dead for a while because Tern was basically being the go-between for both of them. I just think it was kind of funny.
Yeah, like, you're just sort of, you're texting both of them, and eventually you just sort of, maybe even accidentally, instead of sending a text, tag one of them in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. Maybe a Miracle, you reply to this tag, then Carys notices is the two of you are in there, and, yeah, there's some activity for the first time in a few weeks. So yeah, that's all of Tern's downtime. So who's next?
Do you have any plans, Keith?
I'm going to be sending Carys a gift basket. Some stuff to help link previous hobbies with new ones. So I know Carys is trying to still stay focused in like everything that's going on in the world at the moment. Trying to think what Carys would like though.
That's a difficult one, because Carys does effectively three things, right? There's the student union stuff and things, and all the charity work that goes on along in there, because that's their role. There's the actual university work itself, which at this point is autopilot, because she's done it multiple times. And there's the conspiracy stuff, and that is, like, Carys has no life outside of these things.
Then Miracle is going to try and get you something that's going to take your mind off of at least like working all the time and give you something to appreciate at the moment. I think you get theatre tickets or something.
Yeah, nice.
You see there is a ticket for something last minute that arrives in your inbox. Like your physical mailbox. It's like,
yes.
Well, these are non-refundable and they are occurring today.
Damn you!
You're going to have fun, damn it.
Yeah, and I believe this is the safe distance special ability.
It is safe distance, yes.
Okay.
I'm not watching you. I'm not watching you as you're picking up your mail. But I'm giving you a gift to make a connection.
Okay. This gives the roll +1 die already, and well, because of the series rule, I guess we're asking Carys, do you share this or hold yourself apart?
There was a very strong temptation to hold myself apart on this one. Because of the nature of it and how work obsessed Carys is, but also Carys is worried about Miracle and doesn't want to rub Miracle's like face in it. So have an extra die.
Cool, because otherwise I have no dice in empathize. So this would be terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't have to be empathizer. I was just trying that out.
I mean, this one would be empathize though. This one very much is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although the good news is your special abilities do give you 2 die for this total.
Yep. Great. So 2 dice. Woo. And not transcendent. 2 bonus dice. Yay!
Yep, that's a 6. So yeah, another 4 links to be distributed as Enfys sees fit.
Well, we're doing well for those. Another 2 each, I guess.
2 each. Cool.
Hopefully, Roll20 is just getting all the good rolls out of the way. So I shall play these drama, damn it.
And also, Tern, you receive a gift as well. You get a little handwritten note saying thanks for everything you did. Thanks for checking in on me. Here, have a book that bridges your 2 previous hobbies to your new ones. And it is a picture book full of nature photography, of lakes, of rivers. Lots of fancy slow motion detail shots of things like kingfishers catching fish. Like birds diving into lakes, and you just see all the water droplets everywhere. real arty photography stuff.
That's gonna be a +1 die for sure.
Okay.
It almost feels kind of annoying that it's like, yeah, it's like I want to give you XP because getting XP feels good, but in story, no, my character is loving this and stuff, so you get one.
Good.
It's wild.
This one, I think I'm going for forgive though. So I get 5 dice on this one.
Oh my.
That's a lot of dice, yo.
He's done it. Keith's done it. He's broken Fortune in the dark.
Oh no, I'm not transcendent, so I only get I get 2 dice. It's 4. It's only 2. It's only 4 dice.
Okay.
I
Only.
needed them.
I thought I broke it when I made a resist tank twice.
Oh. You've got basically a full set. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. And the one that's before it. Yahtzee.
So I think that's 3 of them.
No, the secrets. Yeah.
Yeah,
so you
3
get
links.
Tribute. Sorry, who gets 1? Who gets 2?
You decide.
Yep.
Oh right, I just you take the 1, I think. I'll take the 2.
Gotcha. Yep. So that means you have 4 links on me. I have 3 links on you, and I have 2 links on Carys and 2 links on Carys, and Carys and 2 links on me.
Yes.
We're gonna be at like +1 die the whole session.
Yeah. I will say I've not done any investigation work, but that's because
Oh yeah.
normally I do the investigation stuff, but it feels important to do all this other stuff. I also have no downtime clocks at the moment. So any suggestions for projects to take on?
We're coming close to the finale anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you'd be able to fill a clock in that time.
Was there a clock associated with Carys's community outreach hope thingy?
Yes, that's a 10-part clock.
How many points are on it at the moment?
3.
Would you like an extra 2 points on that pie?
I'd love an extra 2 points on that pie.
Awesome.
Yep. So as Miracle and Carys reconcile, and Miracle buys them a slice of pie each. Like
It's
in
for
the
a big
animated,
sale.
yeah, in the animated adaptation, it's used as a literal. It's like that episode of Scrubs where the pizza's used as a clock. Okay. Is that all your downtime stuff then?
Sorry, not the microphone. Yeah, that is my downtimes.
Okay. This leaves Carys and Enfys.
Okay, question. We had a sort of a plan, right?
I came up with a theory, an idea, and that was basically the idea that was posted in the thing, and that was basically the post that was made between last session and this session, like the singular one.
Right. And do we know who the underling in question would be if we were to go for an underling rather than the dean? Not the dean, the head chancellor person.
Chancellor.
Yeah.
We don't know who the Archchancellor is. I figured the underling thing was. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of was figuring Brie would just invent somebody.
I'd say it's
As a out there pitch though for things to do, we do have an Alice to rescue.
we do have an Alice to rescue, and I'm assuming that's going to end up taking us to either the Chancellor himself or his like right hand man, as it were.
Yep.
So there is my first downtime activity, is to set up that meeting and to basically give you know, make that contact, and it's I'm trying to swing this into a way of actually investigating Alice specifically, because that does seem like the thing to do, but I don't know how.
It sounds like you're looking for leads on where Alice is.
If it's possible to, if you're able to get any hints of Alice in the dream world, then you might be able to get hints from that.
Doesn't really apply to the downtime though, unless that's what I'm using my downtime to do over like X weeks.
I mean, we're allowed to say that we went into the dream world to do stuff during downtime, right?
Yeah.
We aren't locked in only doing that during missions.
Don't believe so. That sounds okay to me, but Brie, I guess, final authority there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason you can't be just sort of going into dreams on sort of lesser excursions.
Sure, let's make that my first downtime then. Is I'll hunt down Alice.
Okay, what would you like to roll for this?
That's a really good question. Not really a defy thing.
Perceive? I don't know. Or analyze?
What's your sort of specific approach here when you're sort of looking for Alice in the dream world? You just sort of trying to brute force, are you just literally just wandering? You trying to force your way into other people's dreams?
I mean, the first step would be, because we know that physical locations can correlate to where you can more easily slip into a person's dream. So it would be going to places that mean something to Alice, which I know because we used to be besties once upon a time. So go to those places, fall asleep, see where I can end up, and then if that doesn't work, then yeah, it's brute force into known associates, and trying to hop. And if that doesn't work, I'll think of something else.
Okay,
I imagined like they would go to those places,
So actually,
go to the dream world, and then go to prison.
yeah,
that does sound kind of Defy-ish.
that does sound a lot like Defy. Yes.
Okay, then I will go with Defy. There we are. Thank you for the help.
Okay. Do you have any abilities that give you bonuses here?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I can resist with the special armor. I can injuries fade quickly. Flashbacks cost less. Transcendent doesn't matter. So yeah, just normal Defy dice.
Okay. A 5.
So I get one question, one follow-up, because I assume this is a gather info for where the fuck is Alice?
It's an investigation as well, right?
Yeah, so it's investigation, so that advances the investigation track. If so, by 5 is 3 segments.
Is it 3 segments? Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I've ticked it up 3.
Yeah, what's rank you on right now?
Tier 2, but very close to going up.
Okay, cool. And yeah, that's a gather information. So a 5 will indeed get you 1 question and 1 follow-up.
Okay. What might happen if I confront the conspiracy about Alice's circumstance?
Okay, I'll say you try to call on yeah, maybe some memories from like you do your investigation, you look around, you try to sort of get an idea of what's going on, and you draw on some memories of previous timelines. And what you sort of recall is they'll definitely use it. They'll try to take advantage of this connection between you and Alice, but it could swing either way on if they either try to use it against you, or well, basically if they try to use it offensively to attack you, or if they try to extort Alice's well-being to make you back off.
Okay, so it's doable.
Yay!
Follow up. Do I know where that is? Where it's most likely to come from? Where Alice is most likely to approach me from, as per the instructions that she'll receive?
Yeah, Alice is basically being forced to serve as sort of a guard. So, like, if they want you to keep maybe you or someone else out of someone else's dreams,
that is all I need to hear.
Yeah, she is basically going to get posted.
Okay. Second. Second downtime. This can be another investigation. I'm going to set up that meeting with the Chancellor, or as close as I can manage, to talk about the community workshop on positivity and progress, and not so subtly hint that, as I'm going to be spending time, getting Alice back on board, and two, to put in more resources into this for the betterment of the university, and ultimately the city as a whole, because I have plans of this becoming like a proper charity thing in its own right, in order to just help people in general. And all of this is a thinly veiled, I'm attacking, you know who I am, I know who you are, and we're coming for you.
Yeah, basically sort of like in School of Rock, where the kid's like, "You're the man, teacher."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
This is going to be Defy again. This is just straight
okay,
up.
so
I want to
just to be clear, what downtime activity is this?
This is, ooh, I got so lost in the sticking it to the man that I forgot what I was going to do.
Congratulations, you broke down organising to its bare essentials.
Hang on, can I just look up the downtime actions, because
yeah, that's fine.
I'm not doing that.
We've got all evening.
Yeah, they're on your character sheet at the bottom right.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least, yeah. Oh, maybe not. Oh, thought they were.
They're somewhere.
If you've got the rule book open, I think there's a cheat sheet right at the back.
Yeah, I've got the list. I'm just, it's either going to be an investigation, but the way I've worded that doesn't sound very investigation at all.
Nah, it sounds perfectly investigative to me.
Yeah, sounds like what you're doing is an investigation. You just borrow a phrase from
just a really active version of it.
Yeah.
Yes, very blunt.
Yeah.
To borrow a phrase from L.A. Noir, you just want to shake the tree and see what falls out.
Yeah. I'm going to call it investigation. I'm going to stick to my guns on that one then.
Okay. Give me another Defy then, please.
Yeah. So I walked in with a plan. Let's not change the plan, you know?
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Yep, that's a
Hello.
6. So, that's 4 segments on the investigation clock.
And that puts us back to your 3.
Lovely stuff. And that's 2 questions and 1 follow-up.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. First...
Where is she?
First question. What defies... What... I was going to say what defies the flow of time, but that's a really awkward one because... I mean, Carys is the one bucking here, so... Carys defies the flow of time. I already have the answer. Let's not ask it.
Look into the cracked mirror.
What is different? What's different about this confrontation that is now imminent this time compared to previous?
Okay, what is different? What is different? One thing you do notice, you are basically, as you're sort of, giving this sort of carefully worded threat, effectively. This whole I know that you know that I know that you know situation. Which I'm literally imagining like a scene from Death Note. Basically...
Dibs on light.
Yep, so the counsellor hunched over the desk in a very odd sitting position. Peers at you. Through... Sorry, let me bring up my notes. Yep. Through her glasses, which of course catch the light in that 1984 fashion.
Yep.
And you sort of realise, unlike other timelines, like obviously you've had this meeting with the Chancellor in other sort of timelines, and this time she looks... this is the first time you've seen her outright angry.
Oh.
You catch a glimpse of a file she's sort of thumbing through while you're speaking, and you just sort of catch the name of the person who submitted it, which is Welkin.
Hold up, I know that name.
Yes, yes, you do.
Place everything on my mentor.
Yeah, that's Welkin
Yes,
is
I knew it.
Miracle's
Yeah,
mentor.
That's why I was gonna. I was about to go through the notes to check.
Can't blame everything in this setting on my mentor.
Sure I can. And what's more, now she's everyone's mentor.
No man.
She's mentoring the villain. She's mentoring
Sorry, I was looking at notes and stuff. Is Chancellor is a woman?
Yes.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it was established either way previously.
Nope.
okay.
Okay. Second question. What's already in motion? What's already happening? What do we have to be careful of?
Now, you sort of just about managed to skim this report as she's thumbing through it, and you sort of get the impression Welkin's doing this, basically the same thing you're doing right now, just sort of poking and prodding, maybe trying to provoke the Chancellor, bring things to a head. You do know, of course, Welkin is in a similar situation to you. She's been experiencing multiple timelines, but she's become a bit more apathetic In her own way,
Okay.
she seems to be trying to maybe put a finger on the scale, tip things in your balance, without actually sort of committing.
Yes, like she is willing to let it happen if that's what it comes to, just protecting the ones closest to us, sort of thing. But if she can help, then or they can help. Okay. So my one follow-up is going to be. Is Welkin in danger?
You, yeah, you get the impression she can look after herself.
Okay, it's fine. I just thought it seemed prudent to make sure that okay, we don't need to send her a warning. I think that's everything then, right?
Yep, I think that's both your downtime activities, so everyone's finished their downtime.
Yay!
Yep.
Well, good session, everyone. Let's wrap up.
Yeah. So it sounds like you're in the driver's seat at the moment, Enfys.
Alrighty then. I imagine at some point we'd have to all meet up again, right? Is Carys probably put into the group chat a summary of the meeting with the Chancellor, and point out that she's gonna have a and this will be in quotes, but like guard dog, and if we go to attack her, that person is going to reveal themselves pretty sharpish, so we might want to make a sort of feint of an attack on the Chancellor, in order to draw that out and either deal with them immediately or just blow past them, just to get this confrontation done with immediately. And it's like not sure which one's the best approach there. But either way, is making a move on the Chancellor seems to be the approach.
Okay, what I will say is...
Feint, but I also don't know how.
Alright, so what I will say as a GM is... Obviously, you're literally 2 ticks from the conspiracy hitting maxing out tier 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously brings the season to an end with them attacking you.
Yes.
Huh.
Carys would also very much point out that our known enemy is pissed. During that entire meeting, she was angry.
Yeah, so effectively...
We've been beating them up. We've been winning.
Yeah, at the end of a given mission, it takes forward 1 by default, and there are 3 other criteria that will cause it to go forward a few more. So you can probably afford one of them, because I presume it works like stress, so you need to fill it up and then go a step further before it actually happens. So you're basically afforded, if things go pear-shaped, you're afforded 2 ticks if you want a second chance.
Yeah, but we can also, I think the message comes in from Miracle's side, but shouldn't we be looking for Alice at this point? Isn't that more important right now? Right, just this comes through in text message form.
Yeah.
Just lots of short, very quick messages as she's trying to correct what she's saying.
The response to that would be, "This is how I find Alice."
Okay.
because yeah, I probably could have worded the investigation such that I find Alice's physical location, but it is finding out what they were doing with Alice seemed more plot apropos, I suppose would be the phrase.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going for a bluff and a full attack. What's your bluff and what's your full attack, as it were?
To trigger the defenses that I believe are going to bring Alice to the fore, which would be to knock on the Chancellor's dream door, as it were. Stroll in uninvited and immediately get shunted to whatever Alice's setup is.
Okay. Risky, but it might work.
It is risky, yes. I did mention that Carys is getting a little bit desperate.
Okay, well, if the other two members of the team are happy with this, we can get to the engagement roll.
Yeah, like we can do like multiple hits at the same point on like different defenses and make her panic.
I'm just glad to hear that there's a plan.
Alright.
I
Remind me.
always have a plan.
Remind me. Is there anything? Do you have any abilities that give you better bonuses to the engagement roll?
Yes.
Determines the fate of a friend. We get an extra bonus die on that.
From just our group ourselves, probably nothing major. Nothing got anything that actually modifies. Yeah, members cross as you said yes, but that's the that's gonna be on the checklist. So yeah. Cool.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, but you get 2D instead of 1D.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that when we get to it. So, there is always hope. The protagonists start with 1 die for every mission.
Yeah.
Or do you still get that die? Or I can't remember. Did you? Which?
Yeah. I thought we hit the.
Yeah.
We hit the conspiracy thing where it doesn't give us -1 die, I think.
No, we haven't done that one yet.
Oh.
That's,
Yeah,
that's the one we haven't confronted.
Yeah. So it's still -1 effect. No, that's against the.
We have -1 to engagement rolls until we identify and confront the overseer for indoctrination, which we haven't done yet.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Got
Yep,
rid of
so,
the ones that knocked down the investigation and conspiracy track increaser.
Okay, cool. Yep. So you're still at 0 die. There is not quite hope.
Yeah.
Always hope yet. Is the mission particularly heroic or noble?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or does the
Yeah,
or
we're
do the
gonna-
mission
we're gonna
scroll or
save
methods?
somebody.
Okay, yep. You're rescuing your friends. That's fine. Is the mission following through on details from the investigation? Yep, sure you are.
Yep.
Does it determine the fate of a friend?
Yep. Twice.
Yeah, you're getting those 2 dice.
I'd say it's a 4 now, right? We're gonna need them given what we're doing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Does the mission's tier exceed the current tier of the investigation track?
We are tier 3.
Okay, the host is tier 3. Is there anything that gives them
Not what we got.
Oh, I could have. I don't know.
Yeah, no. A follow. Yeah, follows at +1 scale. They are tier 4. There are
Okay.
still followers going to identify.
Okay, so that's going to cost you 1 die. Very apropos, because I just dropped 1.
Hey.
I just remembered. Well, I don't know if this would matter. Phil is the president of the fishing club. That could mean that, like, as its founder or whatnot, that she had, like, to make contact with the chancellor at some point and would be able to, like, say anything about it. I don't know. Maybe not.
Flashbacks for that.
Yeah. I'm not
be.
sure that would actually sort of do anything here.
Yeah, that's a real straw. That's like a grasping at straws thing, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, if anyone wants to, yep, the last the last bullet point is literally just, are there any other elements you want to consider?
The only thing that comes to mind is that I did just effectively declare war with them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, to be fair, that's your entire plan, so...
yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, but it's been sort of guerrilla tactics up to this point, right? Now it's just put up a big flag and said, "Here I am. I'm coming for you."
Yep. Well, death or glory. 3d6. Let's see what the dice say. That is a 3 and 2 5s. Mixed result.
Yay!
All right. Yep, we take those.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, tell me what this distraction looks like.
Are we starting off in the dream world or starting off in the? Well, actually, I don't know what. I don't know where we're parking ourselves in the physical world.
I think over the course of the next few evenings or so, Miracle gets back into work in the dream world and starts jumping into people's dreams and letting Tomorrow Yearns cause a scene. We know vaguely what the conspiracy is trying to do when it comes to
That sounds
its
dangerous.
brainwashing attempts. Yeah, I know. But it's purely as distraction tactics, so it's very much like these are like the easy wins we've had sitting on the sides for a while type of things that's been cropping up in the investigation, like not chasing after suspects, but chasing after like people we know who could use a happier dream or free. And so Miracle is just going through them like at wildfire pace, purely to ruffle the feathers of the conspiracy, to keep them awake and distracted, and so that it buys Saris some room to maneuver for the masterstroke.
Okay,
yeah.
speaking of feathers can turn like tag along and stuff, because I'm really getting a little bit scared at you talking about Miracle of all people. We're going into people's dreams to meddle with them after
fine.
that.
It's fine. If I see anyone try to do anything, I bolt immediately. It's fine. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine.
Okay, yep, this sounds
It's
good.
fine.
I don't know that I do trust her.
It's fine.
Well, let's see how fine it is. What do you want to roll for this?
Okay, no,
Too late.
Can go with you though.
Too
Tern
late.
wants to go
Nope.
with you.
Too late, she's on her
I
own.
changed my promise. I'm not going to let Tomorrow Yearns take you over, and I'm scared of giving it too much control.
Okay, fine. Yep, okay. Yep. Okay, so...
I was just putting this flashback for setups rather than actually rolling for it. Is all.
Okay, cool. I just want to assert that even with in flashback and whatnot. I want to assert that we're scared of this. That this is still like a thing that we're thinking about.
Yeah, you can flash back to that. It is pretty much a big part of Tern's character. You know, his promise to Miracle.
Alright. Oh, I can spend a link to help you with with whatever your flashback roll is. I guess I'll be doing that.
Okay. So yeah, Miracle. What do you want to roll to, just pull off this very bold solo op?
I think it's express at this juncture. It's purely to wake people up and make people feel like a better world as possible than need to listen to the easy answers that are being pitched to them at the moment.
Yeah, okay, yep, you're just running through everyone's dreams shouting, "Wake up, sheeple."
Kinda. Like, I've been avoiding trying to do that, but it's more a case of, let's ruffle feathers. So, yeah.
Maybe like Ice-T's character in Johnny Mnemonic.
I think I saw that movie. I do not remember a damn thing from it.
I've not seen it.
Basically, he just appears on TV screens and it's like, "Wake up, zombies."
I'm on Express now then.
Yep, Express.
We're in a risky position, yeah?
Yep, risky. I'll say this is standard effect.
I'm spending a link to give it
transcending.
+1 die.
Kadoki. All right.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Okay, yeah. 0 consequences. That's a good
No
start.
consequences, just a nice big open set defenses for Saracen Tern to make use of while I'm busy doing things.
Yeah, so, yeah, Miracle, you just, you're rushing through dreams. You have, you notice, like, the barrister at the local coffee shops got some baggage, pop, into their dreams, in and out, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm doing
Yep.
like 2 or 3 an evening at this juncture to really just mess with the conspiracy at this juncture. Like, all notions of safety have gone out the window at this juncture.
Yeah, like, the student newspaper, everyone's chill. Everyone's having a great time.
Just going around putting dreidels in lockboxes, but in a way that hopefully works out a bit better.
Yep, and,
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, I don't either.
Inception.
Oh, okay. Right. But yeah, that's just me, and I'm not using tomorrow Yones at this juncture with it. But we'll see if that happens. I can feel them below the surface going, could be easy if you just used me to do it. It's like, nope.
Spinning count. It's not a dreidel, you idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
It's been tough, yes. Anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to use up any MP just mopping up the side quests. Okay. So, Carys and Tern, what you both doing?
Having that effectively, drawing most of the eyes away, Carys will have spent, an amount of, physical. Remind me, physical location matters in terms of ease of jumping into somebody's rooms, right?
Yeah, basically, if you're closer, if you're closer to them, you can hop straight into their dream. If you're further away, you basically need to sort of find route to travel through to them.
I think that basically the one time that we've tried it from farther away, it didn't pay off. It could have paid off better, but it's still definitely on the. It's an option if we don't have a physical place.
So here's the thing. I want to use, while most of the conspiracy is being royally pissed off by Miracle, I would like to take the opportunity to be basically, this evening at a particular time when the Chancellor is looking particularly haggard, tired, end up outside their home late that evening, and with the other two obviously knowing that the when this is going to happen, just pass out in the car in front of the house and just go knocking, metaphorically. Less than knocking and more just walking,
Okay.
Would that require a flashback to know where she lives in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably easy enough information to guess, get hold of. I'll say maybe a flashback to get hold of it quietly if you want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, in front of the house, I'm scared again.
I mean, if there was somewhere quiet, like close enough to the house to park without it being obvious, then great. But if not, it's we're letting go of subtlety.
Yeah, I'll say I'll let you have that flashback just to do a bit of recce and find somewhere.
Yeah.
Find out where it is and find a safe place just to fall asleep nearby. I'll call that 1 stress, and I'll need a roll from you.
We have that motion sensor thingy that Phil gave us.
I mean, flashbacks cost 1 less stress than normal for me anyway. So that means no stress. Thank you, Brie. And how did this go wrong the first time? I got caught, yo. Ended up arrested because the conspiracy controls everything. I'm thinking flow for this, Brie.
Yeah. I'll take flow. You move with grace, adapt to your circumstances.
Risky standard?
Yep.
Awesome. Not transcendent. Then bonus.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, we don't want to see those.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is, could you start let's call it a 6-part clock. Carys is tracked down.
Okay.
And we'll start that in one slice.
Carys is tracked down, and it's a 6-part, you said?
Yep, 6-part.
Yep. With one already filled in. Absolutely fine. Marvellous. Found the house. I'm going to be found in 6 parts of that clock.
I don't know if you can protect somebody from a downtime thing.
I mean, worst part is you probably found the house, but she doesn't stay there.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
She
basically.
was on vacation.
But then, if she left, I'd notice anyway, presumably.
Yeah, basically.
She'd never lives there. It's a fake house.
Yeah, it's a cardboard cutout. It's like, it's like that bit in Hollow Knight, which I'm still very bitter about, where it turns out the bank is scamming you. Like, Carys just walks towards it, and as she drives past, a sign just falls over. But yeah, basically, you found the information you were looking for. You thought you were sort of reasonably subtle about it, but you did sort of maybe you asked a few too many people, so as soon as they start looking into things,
I was a little bit pushy.
Yeah. As soon as someone starts looking into things, they're going to put the pieces together very quickly, and I'll have and when that happens, they'll have an idea of where you are, and of course you'll be asleep, so very vulnerable.
So yeah, I'm there. I'm in the car. Crank the driver's seat back a bit so I can get a little bit more comfy, and then enter.
Okay, and as Carys is entering the dream, what are you doing, Tern?
I've kind of gone back and I'm kind of going back and forth as to whether it turns, like, if this is simultaneous with is it simultaneous with Miracle's like running around as a distraction, or was that like a lead up to this or something?
Sort of a lead up. I think what Miracle's been doing has been something she's been doing over the last few days. We'll get to what Miracle's. Yeah. Sorry.
So we are all planning on going in together, basically, still?
Yeah, I think the idea is Carys is sort of going to coordinate the actual strike.
Right.
Like, I can navigate the long way around, is the thing. Miracle and Antimariones are both really happy, like, traveling across the city to burst in at weird points. It just makes it easy to coordinate if we're all in the same place. But if the plot is that you two do sneaking things in, and then I burst in at the last moment, as you're both in position, that also works. Because I can then beeline over into that direction as they realize what's going on.
When it comes
That's what I was kind of going back and forth as to whether Tern would be with Carys or with Miracle, just kind of, I don't know, chaperone almost.
I think with Carys, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tern can just literally be in the back seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so Tern, Carys is sort of. Are you doing anything as Carys is sort of maneuvering the car in?
As far as finding a place to nap and stuff, I still have the motion sensor dealie that Phil gave us last session. So, like, we have that going for us. But as far as ways actively contributing in this moment, I'm not sure. Probably just kind of helping keep an eye out.
I mean, setting up the motion sensor so if anybody approaches the car would be like, pop.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. If you want to give me a roll for that, give me an action.
Okay, what do we got? Well, I think we're basically trying to conceal ourselves, so that kind of seems intuitive to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Conceal makes sense.
Like conceal, but also protect. But mostly, like ideally, we wouldn't be found. So, I guess I'll just do conceal. Let's see
Yeah.
what we.
Yep, this is controlled because you've got Miracle Running Interference and Carys has already done the legwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is just sort of taking a moment to cover your tracks before you actually get started.
Yeah. I have 2 stress. I don't know how much I'm gonna need. Oh wait. Oh no, that's supposed to say. When you gather info, no, I'm not gathering info to anticipate possible threats. I'm concealing it. Okay, I guess I'm just rolling one die then.
Okay.
And we have a few links and stuff.
Yeah, I'll throw a link in your direction for this one. You'll see the breadcrumb trails I've left behind across the dream world.
Okay, I appreciate it. So,
Yeah.
were we controlled standard?
Yep, controlled standard.
Okay. Not transcendent. One bonus. Welp.
Oh dear.
I
really
would
did
like
use
to
all
roll
the
to
good
resist
ones.
whatever the hell we get with this.
Okay.
I mean, wait for the
so-
result.
Yeah.
So what I'll say is, there is... Basically, the result is you don't set up the sensor properly. Like, maybe you forget to, maybe you fail to realise the batteries run out, or maybe, it's a wet night, some water gets in a vital component. Not in a way
Or
that
like it
you
was
could have
turned
seen
on
coming.
unmuted for ages.
Yeah, or, it seems
You
in
thought it
use
was
and it
turned off.
turns out to be unreliable. So yep, I will let you resist that. As is your right.
Yeah. I think I am gonna do that.
Okay, so to resist this... I'll say this is stars. Panic, because it's basically resisting consequences from panic. Sort of failing to set up a sensor.
Okay, and yeah, for once I don't have bonus dice to this resistance roll. We found a gap in his armor.
Okay, that's not terrible. Yeah, that's
Could be worse.
Yep, 4, so that's 2 stress.
Okay, on 4, it pops when it fills. 4 on 9.
Yep, so you remember Miracle's advice. You take a deep breath. You realise, just in time, you sort of realise one of the seals doesn't look good, and you just maybe wrap it in cling film or something to stop the water getting to it. And you're reasonably sure the sensor's set up around the car, so you'll get some early warning if anyone's approaching the car.
Right.
Yeah. And, reassured, you both, Carys and Tern, both sort of drift off to sleep. You find yourself in a fairly dark dreamscape. As with many of them, it sort of resembles the buildings of the university. But you're basically stood outside on the streets, which are full of fog. And the door to the university is right before you.
I would like to just walk on in, and as I'm walking in, immediate transcendence.
Yep, okay, yep. So, Carys grows giant, gets all the sort of superimposed versions of herself from the various timelines. And are you just opening the door, or are you kicking it straight in, Shrek style, or...?
Just swinging it open. All the clothes and variant shoes that thereof blow backwards dramatically, as if there's a sudden outward gush of wind. And yeah, stroll in like I own the place.
Yeah, like the true
I
edge of the
suppose Tern
boat.
will follow your lead.
Okay, yeah. You storm in like you're about to tell off Grimeltongue. Or whatever his name was. Yeah. So, Carys just steps in, Tern, I guess, walks in behind. And it sort of actually does sort of resemble something like a throne room. Like, because of dream logic, you've basically you've just kicked in the door and found it leads straight to the Chancellor's office, which you remember quite vividly from your recent visit, Carys.
Yes.
And a shadowed figure is sat in a chair.
Jim, I have a question.
Yes?
What's her name?
You know, thinking about it, obviously she's been Chancellor for a while, but you don't think you ever actually heard her name. Everyone just calls her the Chancellor.
Suspicious.
That is.
Okay.
So yeah, Carys / Emrys, Adeg, is going to pull the head to the side and say, "A reckoning is coming. What happens next?"
You don't get an
But
answer.
while... Ooh, no answer. Okay. They just shrug, and I would like to. I don't have special ability like Thing does, but you know what? Let's just rush on. Let's just keep walking forward. And it's
I never did
kind
take
of
another transcendent ability. I should have.
kind of an eerie sort of really calm smile on Carys on Emrys Edek's face. Just flickering between the happy-go-lucky of OG Carys and the really various messed up versions. And it's the impression that I'm trying to give off here is when I get to you, something bad's really gonna happen.
Okay.
I want to provoke a reaction before I get to them, but let's see what happens.
Okay, so as you approach, they stay just perfectly stoically still. And
Okay.
there's a bit of a
if they're
pregnant pause, and when you get up close, you're not quite sure what you see. I'm going to ask you to roll something at this point.
For the intimidation side of it, I assume.
Yeah, you can go for intimidation if you want. I will say
Defy?
something more related to sort of taking in details might be more helpful though.
Analyze is only 1 star less, and I am looking for Alice's introduction, because in theory Alice should appear somewhere.
Also, we have transcendent stars from an ability that we took.
Well, yes, but none of them are in
As far as
perceptive abilities, so it doesn't count. I'll roll analyze.
Okay, roll me analyze, please.
What is the position, the GM?
For now, you've just burst in. No one has had any time to react. You're in a controlled position.
Okay.
Standard effect.
Controlled. Standard. Transcendent. Yes. No bonus. 4.
Okay, 4 is a success with some complication. So, you approach the chair confidently, and as you sort of get
I should
close,
push myself. Never mind. Carry on.
yeah, as you get close, something feels weird, but then you realise it looks like someone sat in the chair, but it's clearly the chair's empty. You're not quite certain what this means.
It's an illusion.
Something feels wrong, and as a consequence, I'm going to add a tick to your Carys's court timer.
Okay. Puts us on 2.
Meanwhile, Miracle. So, presumably you've already, cleared a couple of dreams.
Yeah, I know vaguely where I've got to get to at some point, so I'm giving them time to work. I'm assuming we've had a prearranged time, and although dream time is different to real time, I've got a good idea. I'd hope I have a good idea.
Yeah, you would have.
Of how long it is.
I imagine you
would've
could have set
thought.
like an alarm in the real world, and that'd be going off, and you'd have something in the back of your head saying, "There's a ding ding happening."
Yeah,
Something
I mean,
like that, yeah.
yeah,
But,
sleep-
but in the meantime,
sleep-
I'm having. Yeah. You
like
first, you
sleep.
first.
Yeah, sorry. Sleep comes in cycles, so you sort of have a way to just sort of have a general idea of, what time of night it is.
In the meantime, though, I'm having a blast, like jumping through people's different versions of the city, like where they currently are, where they're currently dreaming of, and then being things like, okay, I was in this person's dream, but they were dreaming of a different part of the city, so now I'm currently over there, so I'm rerouting that way and doing this. I'm having a fun time analyzing everything and going, no, this is the way I can route back this way by going this way, this way, this way through these people's dreams. Oh, I've not seen this side of the city before, or how they thought it looked in the 1920s. This is really nice.
Yeah.
Doing some sightseeing.
Yeah. This sounds like a role just to sort of keep your bearings, make sure you know where you need to go.
I think so. Like, this is
The role
the
to
real
not have too much fun, basically.
role not to just get lost in 7 layers of dreamscapes between different people's brains. So
Yeah. Role not to get bogged down in side quests.
yeah. I think the way I just explained it is more like analyze.
Yep, analyze sounds good.
Also, like, it could also be express, like, given the nature of the way I jump through dreams. Both are like 2 dice at the moment until I transcend. So yeah,
I'll say.
I'm being very meticulous in my travel around.
Yeah, I'll say you can have either for risky standard. It's really just a matter of how you want to flavour it.
Gotcha. I'll take risky standard then. Is there anything else I want to do at this juncture? Not particularly. Maybe there's anything else I've got on my plate that I can use to throw at this one. So yeah, let's go risky standard.
Okay,
I
give me
do want
that
to
roll.
push myself. I'll push myself for 2 stress. Yeah.
Yep, push yourself.
Yeah. No one can really help me out at this distance. It's more my own thing.
Yeah, it's just like overcharging in Lancer.
Oh, there are ways.
There are ways, yeah, but yeah, I'm okay. I'm in the with some consequence camp. So I keep my bearings, but
Yeah. So yeah, you don't sort of lose track of time or anything, and you're still sort of helping people. You at this point you're sort of losing track of how many postmen you've helped sort of calm down, keep up with their workload. And I mean, there's not much you can do for the Amazon drivers, but you've at least convinced them to maybe get a good life-work balance, even if that means changing careers.
it's amazing how many people are going to wake up tomorrow morning with the word union on their breath.
Yeah, oddly enough, you Yeah, you even feel like the weather's improving as you move from dream to dream. But, as your consequence, yeah, you are sort of, you're just sort of finishing up in the dream of, let's say, a fisherman who, you know, you've convinced, you know, every catch is a good catch. Like, they don't need to always go for their, always go for the big one. You know, you're just moving along the harbour, looking for your next point, and a snake just splashes out of the water and tries to bite you.
Oh, fun. More dream animals trying to murder me.
Yeah, I'll say you can make
Hi,
a roll,
Alice.
but this will be a desperate position.
Do I recognise who it is? Like in this one moment of instance? One instinct, or?
This is a snake. It's not like a person who looks like a snake, it's just a snake.
It's just someone's dream manifestation of a snake. Okay.
Well, it could be, but it just looks like a snake. Like, there's nothing particularly... I mean,
could
if you
have
want
been
to...
sent by
If you want
somebody.
to sort of work that into your role, you can. But for all intents and purposes, this is just a snake.
Yeah, it's not like I can do any of the social things against it. It's purely now on a matter of getting away from there.
Yeah.
In which case, I'm going to, like, as it emerges, I'm going to just dart through other dreams and go through like doorways and doorways and doorways to make it lose track of me, and then hide.
Okay, yeah, cool. Run sounds good. What are you rolling for
That
this?
sounds good. Conceal.
Okay, yep, conceal. We'll call that risky. We'll call that desperate standard.
Desperate standard. Not transcendent. 1 dice. Yeah, that's going to be suck. Whatever. Let's go for it.
4. Okay, so that's a success with a consequence.
Okay,
don't
I
forget your
hide
XP.
that. I put it into stars.
Okay. So, you quickly dive into through several other dreams, but something doesn't feel right, and after a few moments, you find yourself in a sort of quarry, which you know is sort of it's near the sort of farmer district in the southwest quarter of the peninsula.
Oh, I'm miles away from where I need to be.
Yeah, and basically, what you see looks like a large rock, but it sort of uncoils, revealing a huge snake, which just sort of rams itself into you.
I hid from a snake, Bree. I passed.
You hid from that snake.
Lovely snake.
Is it from the same person, Bree?
Maybe.
Then I hid from them, Bree.
Yeah, you hid from them, but it sort of occurs to you that someone's left these snakes all over the place.
Fine.
But yep, you're going to take level 1 harm. Snake headbutt. What would a snake headbutt do?
Not very much.
Let's say startled.
Oops. Startled.
Yeah, because you know you're in a dream, so this is just going to be like the feeling of snakes just suddenly uncoiling from a rock and smacking you.
I'd like to resist this, please.
Okay, we'll call this sun because yeah, it feels like violence and fear.
It does feel like I'm just going to tank the blow, yeah. Do we have anything that resists? I don't think we have anything that does extra resistance, do we?
Say that again.
We don't have anything that increases our resistance, do we?
I believe a
I have a bunch
bond
of
can
stuff
be
that increases
spent.
mine, but I don't think we have any series ones.
I believe bonds can be spent to resist.
Yes, they can.
Links can be spent.
Sorry, links.
For goods and services. Where the hell were my notes on Go to the
Oh,
allow
I've got it here.
tran-
Links.
transcendent
Recover
target to
stress,
ignore when
shrug off
harmful
harm.
effects.
Oh, no, that has to be a transcended ally, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just looking at the thing, and unfortunately, I cannot.
Yeah.
Thing.
You don't have to be present to use it to give them an extra d6, but
Yeah, so
that,
this isn't an action, so it's just a resistance.
Right.
So yeah, just 2 on the sun.
Okay.
Ah,
Never punished.
Denied.
Yeah, yeah, you just sort of, the snake hits you, but, you're on a good run of just, rushing through dreams. You're like, okay, no, sorry, didn't happen. Bye.
yeah, bye, snake.
Yep. And you just... just for the VOD, Keith has put Patrick in chat.
Because Nana said it's someone called Saint Valentine, and
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Saint
it's Saint-
Patrick who got rid of the snakes.
Yeah.
I should remember that it was St. Patrick. My birthday is right around that day.
Yeah, Saint Valentine would be based. It is actually what Miracle does, insofar as Saint Valentine did make anonymous donations, along very similar to Saint Nicholas.
Either way, snakes are after me, so
Yeah,
back into running around for the dreams I go.
Yeah.
Because
So
clearly something is working.
yep. So basically, you sort of infer here someone's realised you're running around dreams and set up these traps for you. But yep, you can like they're not interfering with the actual dream themselves. So once you're done in a dream, you can just hop back out again.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to that in a second. Carys and
Hopefully
Tern.
the other 2 are having better luck than me.
Yeah. So Carys and Tern, you found a weird chair. What do?
An empty chair that looked like there was a person in it, and then there wasn't.
Yeah.
Via a mix of dream logic and what our minds probably rationalised as a trick of the light.
Like, Tern, I'm gonna say you're seeing something very similar to what Carys is seeing here. Like, this chair, like, it looks like someone's there, but there objectively isn't anyone in it.
Probably I should just do my signature move and like with the low poly bird scouts. I don't know. I wonder if there's anything
yeah.
else.
I'll
Any
say
other likely things.
your birds don't particularly notice anything around the area. Like, this is basically the Chancellor's office, which you've just barged into. And
Are there other doors in the room?
just the
Other
one you came in.
doorways likely to.
Yeah, just the one you came in through. There's another door that might be just a cupboard or something.
If I move the chair, does that affect the figure / not figure?
Yeah, as you sort of move the chair about, the figure doesn't sort of like the figure is still there as much as they're there, which they aren't. It's very sort of confusing to your mind. But as you touch the chair, something about it feels odd. You get a similar feeling to when you're making a speech. When you're getting a feeling of confidence when like you've spoken to a crowd and absolutely nailed your speech, or the satisfaction of helping someone out, or the the feeling you get when someone defers to you.
So the chair has like emotional associations with it, or emotional echoes or something.
I'm
chair
going
has
to
something.
just. I'm gonna take the chair with me, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay, Chloe Price.
The chair has meaning. Let's remove it from this person's dream.
Got your chair. What are you going to do about it?
Okay, this is going to be very interesting because I know what's going on with this chair. What
I
do you want
certainly
to roll?
hope you do. You're the GM.
Yeah. What do you want to? What do you want to roll to heist a chair? This is literally something that happens in Life is Strange.
Somebody steals a chair and life is strange.
Yeah, well, more like
Defy.
Chloe threatens to steal a chair. Okay, yep, defy sounds good. Do you want to push yourself? I'll say this is risky standard.
Do I want to push myself? That's a good question. Do I have an ability related to pushing myself that would actually be relevant? Maybe.
I have a link I can spend. I mean, I have 2 links for.
I'm not going to use that ability yet, but I am going to push myself. Did you say risky standard?
Yeah, risky standard.
Alright, cool. Transcendent? Yes. Did you say you gave it a link, Nolas, or not?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Let me see. What's the? Actually, I wanna double check because we started Transcendent already, so I want to check the. Okay.
Well, I did. I don't know if you did.
If you do stuff that's along with your avatar's desires, that's the one that you mark XP, and it doesn't use up your Transcendence track, which I feel like might be relevant because we're starting with it so early.
It's not relevant for me right now because my virtue is brave and my desires are escape and agency, and it doesn't really play into them yet. It is something
I forgot we had the same ones. Huh.
Anyway, so yes or no on the bonus dice?
Yes, I'll spend a link.
Right. 5.
Okay, a 5. Success with a complication.
I successfully steal a chair.
Okay, so you've, this is, like, obviously an office chair is not a light thing to pick up. Like, this is a full-on, leather seat with, armrest and everything.
Oh, it's one of the big ones. Okay,
Yeah,
the big one.
so, yeah.
I suppose I'm helping to carry it for the no difference that's going to make.
Yep, okay, yep. You just grab it like you're just doing some sort of silly prank. Like, Tern, you get a similar feeling to what Carys did from this chair. Like, it feels vaguely like when you were still part of the conspiracy and you were allowed to boss people about,
Yeesh. Yeah, it's not going to be comfortable feeling that again. Being reminded of that.
Yeah, so before we get to your consequence, as you're handily carrying this chair through the door and you find yourself back on the foggy streets, Miracle, this is probably about time for you to rejoin the other 2. It's approaching the allotted time, so what do you want to roll to just make your way there?
Oh dear.
Making your way downtown.
Question. Oh, do I still feel like I'm being chased?
At this point, you realise it's not quite, not really a chase as much as there's traps all over the place. But someone's definitely probably aware you're setting them off. You're definitely hidden your exact position. Like, you've basically hopped into a couple of other dreams and not run into a snake, so you're fairly sure they haven't got your exact location right now.
Cool. Then I'm going to gracefully and elegantly go find my way over there. I say that with 0 dots in flow.
Okay.
So I'm flying over there, or at least like soaring from the city tops. Like as things get more and more built up, going to rooftops.
Okay, we talking like
basically being big and obvious because that's what I believe the plan was when I set off. Was
you do that.
By the time I get there, be big, be obvious.
Right. Yeah. So you do the sort of Neo whoosh at the end of the first Matrix movie.
She's doing her Superman thing.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I have no dots in flow, so I am going to push myself, or I will but I will also entertain poison promises if there are any. And I will accept links if they are being offered.
I still have 3 for you, so yeah, take one.
Cool. Any poison promises that are likely to be on the table?
Poison promise.
Immediately.
No matter how well Carys does sort of patching up her relationship with Alice, you're going to be on bad terms with her.
Me bad terms with Alice.
Yes.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Yeah, you can live with your friends not being your friends' not being your friends. Okay. Yeah, you can have an extra die for that.
We're kind of adults here. I'm assuming Alice blames me a fair bit for everything that's happening to her at the moment, so that is fair. Cool. So I've got myself 2 dice to roll for flow. Let's see what we go so far. I'm in a risky position, aren't I? Risky standard?
Yeah. Risky standard.
Not transcendent yet. 2 bonus dice. Yay!
Oh! How appropriate. Snake eyes.
Oh no.
Go on, hit me. I can take it.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
We're
so
in trouble.
you just overtly just whoosh. You soar up above the city. You're prepared to zone in on where Carys and Tern are. And all of a sudden, someone just well, you just feel something grasp around your leg and just yank you back down to the ground.
Yeah.
You smash into the asphalt of the road with leaving a crater. And you look up to see, of course, Alice.
Oh. Hi, Alice.
Covered in writhing snakes. Hello, Miracle.
So, funny story. I think that's where she starts when I assume Alice immediately reacts in response.
Yeah.
Like, I assume like the timing is that Alice is going to try and do something after this.
Yeah, so, first of all, you are, from being slammed to the ground, you suffer harm brought down to earth. Let's call that level 2, because, sorry, snake eyes.
Yeah, fine, I'll take some serious harm. Yeah, bruised.
Okay. You're not gonna try and resist that or anything?
Not at the moment. Need to save the stress.
Okay.
Is there
Level 2 starts giving you minus dice, I think.
It does. Okay, fine. I'll resist. I'll resist for Sun again.
Is there
Okay.
a limit to when you can spend a link on an ally, or is it just whenever?
Just on what you can spend it on, and you can't spend it on resistance rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Although
I was
you
thinking-
can spend it to recover 2 stress.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You can also use spend it to ignore 1 harm tag, but I'm not sure whether that's like ignore like forever or just ignore for a dice roll.
I think it's ignore
It's,
for a dice
for-
roll.
It's
No, I have it here. It's
Yeah.
Allow transcended target, which you are, to ignore 1 harm tag until their transcendence ends.
Well, I'm not transcendent at the
So
moment.
the
I
harm
wasn't
tag will
doing that
start
until
affecting
now.
Yeah, it'll start affecting you again when your transcendence ends. But until then, you get to ignore that tag
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
transcendent at the moment, but I'm probably going to as soon as Alice starts up.
Oh, I thought you
so
were.
No, I can't do that one. No, I'm not transcendent yet.
in the
I'm taking
meantime.
my resistance roll.
In the meantime, I am spending 1 link to recover 2 stress on you, as
Cool.
presumably you remember during our pre discussions, planning this and you setting up distractions. It was like, by the way, there are some versions of this where Alice messes you up. Be on the lookout.
I'm sure it won't come to that, but
Beware.
yeah.
of
Okay,
snakes.
cool.
Oh, never
All right.
punished.
Never punished, and I recover 2 stress thanks to that dice roll, so I'm on 0 stress. Let's
Yep.
go.
Also, yeah, using one
no,
to recover
you-
2 stress
you-
itself or targets. That's pretty cool.
Yep, you recover 2 stress from the link being spent,
Yeah.
but that's not a crit,
Exactly,
so you
yeah.
don't recover any
Yeah.
stress from that. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just making sure. Okay.
So yeah, yep. Alice is there. Alice threw me to the ground.
Yeah. So obviously
I'm not resisting the consequence of being delayed catching up with the other two. So
yeah. So
I
yeah.
agree with Alice.
Yep. Obviously, this still creates a creator, but you just sort of managed to just land on your feet and just do a sort of superhero pose.
Yep.
So as Alice pulls away the the snake, she's just sort of wrapped around your legs to pull you down. And she just sort of regards you and takes a step forward. Like, obviously, miracle you weren't present to witness this, but it's unerringly similar to the sort of unnerving walk Carys was making towards the chair.
Just picture them side by side, split screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Alice, as I'm sure you're not wanting to hear this right now, but we are trying to help.
Yeah, well, you can help by staying the hell away.
Not an option at the moment.
This is pointless. I can talk Carys down, but I don't need to worry about you. And with that, she's going to prepare to attack. Do you want to roll anything, or?
Yeah, I burst into transcendence at this juncture. We're in a street, aren't we? What part of town are we in?
Okay, so let's see. You're trying to. Yeah, I'll say. Yeah, you're sort of in the sort of posher. Yeah, you're in the sort of posher part. Well, basically, I'll say you're probably in the sort of older part of the city, which is quite close to the university. Because, I imagine the Chancellor's home is somewhere in the sort of fancier, nearer to the sort of green belt part of the city, and you were stopped halfway.
What type of buildings are around us then?
Let's see. I'll say it's probably just like a standard high street. Like, there's a few shops closed because it's night time.
American style high street, but high rise, okay, or high class, okay. So nearby there's going to be like wrought iron benches, some fence work leading to some nice parks, yeah.
Yeah, like wrought iron benches. Someone's like with very ugly plastic bits, sort of.
Cool. So
built into them to stop people lying down on them, that sort of thing.
So immediately in front of Alice, kind of spending 2 stress to push myself and activate Ex Machina.
Okay, cool.
All the like fancy oldish cars that are parked on the sidewalks, all the wrought iron benches, some signs from the local stores, like like sandwich board signs that should be like posted outside for advertising wares, just become a massive wall in front of me and start to like tidal wave over her.
Okay, what do you want to roll for this attack?
I just do it.
Yeah, you do it, but
yeah, I'm expressing.
Okay, cool. Do you want to push yourself?
Purely so I can control the environment. I have to push myself to do that, so I get an extra dice.
Yeah, of course you do.
I never know what duration to put on these things.
Alright,
so express.
Yep, express sounds risky standard.
Yep. Let's go. Oh, and presumably given that my avatar's instinct is to overthrow, this isn't going to cost me a transcendence point by the sound of it.
Yay!
That sounds about right.
Okay, so yeah, risky, standard, transcending, and with an extra bonus dice because of pushing myself.
Hey yo.
Okay, yep, that's a 6. You do it. So,
the
Alice...
road turns into a wave full of metal as a sort of street detritus just plows over the Dream Alice.
Okay, so what's your intention here? You're just trying to smack her, to smack her down? You're trying to shove her away so you can leave, or what?
Contain, test abilities, basically like remind her that I actually do mean business here, and she actually has to bring her A game if she wants to do anything about this.
Okay, yeah, I'll say
Like, just to see exactly how willing she is to try and do whatever she needs to do to get done, or whether she's just being all talk. Making her flinch is the main problem here. I figure that she can bat this off, given what we know is being done to her. I just want to see the approach she takes in doing it.
Okay, so basically she starts leaning back to attack. She says, maybe I should thank you. You made me realise in these smaller dreams, they're so easy to manipulate. You've met my little friends. Well, it's thanks to you that I realised, and this is when you hit her with the wave. This amalgamation of wrought iron and sandwich boards just wraps around her.
And cars.
And cars, of course. Yeah, she's momentarily, she does sort of flinch, and it does wrap around her, but she's sort of straining against it. She's very likely to sort of shake it off herself and do something in return. But for now, I'm going to say you're still in a... you probably have a moment to act if you want to do anything else.
It's purely to goad her at this juncture. Like, I'm trying to make her be less... feel like she's less in control of the situation and feel like she needs to blurt out what's actually at the root of her problems here. I am not giving her the option to be dismissive, to be cute, to be any sense of subterfuge at all. If she as soon as she starts to try and angrily shout back about what she's feeling, I ease up. But when she starts to try to play it cool and try to slink away or be anything other than honest with herself at this juncture, that's when I start to just pile on more street detritus on her.
Okay, so you're just sort of trying to quietly coerce her into being a bit more...
Basically trying to force her into making either a complete dog's dinner of the fight, or to actually confront her own demons at this juncture.
Okay.
There's too many conspiracy folks seem to try to hide with layers and layers of armor, literally when it comes to animals, or mentally when it comes to how they behave, and I'm just trying to strip away all of that.
Okay, this sounds like you're just sort of just trying to sort of brute force an enemy's sort of character arc. So, what do you want to roll?
Defy. Purely on Defy in this one.
Okay, yep. I'll call that one Desperate Standard.
Desperate Standard.
Yeah.
Ooh, fun.
You're not really sort of breaking it down here. You're just trying to. Well, you are trying to break it down, but you don't exactly have a lot of time here. So.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Okay, I will burn it. I will push myself again to maintain the weight. Ooh.
Okay, cool. Don't forget your extra die.
Desperate. I will. I do ask Sarah's though. Have you told me about how to push Alice's buttons before? I'm not sure that's something that would have ever come up, or anything that Sarah's would be happy knowing that I know. But is this something that you figure you would have told me at some juncture, so I can grab another link off of you?
Yeah.
You would know you'd know about the basics of the relationship. And that will be enough for you to cobble some kind of psychological effect, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel right using that against her. I don't want to bring you into it unless I really have to.
But Carys probably wouldn't have shared
Yeah, I'm not going to spend the
particularly personal. Yeah.
I'm just taking my extra bonus action, pushing myself, and that's it. So 3 dice, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, give me my pass.
Okay,
Give me my pass
fine.
and consequence.
So much XP.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So yep, you have your XP. So your pass. You sort of wrap her in metal, and because it's a desperate roll, your consequence can be reduced effects.
It can be, yes.
So basically, because obviously you're trying to do this in a hurry, she does sort of realise, wait, she's pushing me towards this. Well, I'm not going to play that game. And of course, she says out loud, "Okay, I see what you're doing here. I'm not going to play your game." And she just shrugs off her. She just sort of pushes her arm out of this sort of amalgam of metal and concrete, and raises it up, and the ground sort of cracks around you as the crater you're stood in turns into the jaws of a giant snake. We're going to cut back to Carys and Tern. So the consequence I mentioned. Basically, I wanted to see how Miracle's doing first, because this determines on if Alice is actually going to intercept you or not. She's clearly busy.
Is Alice's chair?
It's not Alice's chair. Why would the Chancellor's chair?
Yeah, that was
Why
very
anything?
left field. What?
Yeah, it turns out this entire conspiracy was to steal Alice's chair for the Chancellor's office.
We're getting it. We're heading out the door.
So yeah, as you sort of leave the door into the foggy street, the form of a huge snake is stood in front of you.
See? We don't have webcams, so I can't point, but I mean, see?
Yeah. And Tern, you're both carrying this chair. Who would you say is further to the back? Who's at the front? Who's at the back?
Tern picked up the back after Carys started dragging it by the front, is in my head canon.
Okay, so you'll
I
be
guess
slightly
I exited first then.
Yep. Okay, so what happens is, Tern, as you're sort of looking, you and Carys both sort of look at this huge serpent, which appears to be made of several twisted together street lights. You hear the click of a cheap flint lighter, and in the corner of your eye you see another other than Welkin, casually stood against a wall.
I have a reaction to the chair turning into a snake that I want to try at some when it's my turn or whatnot, but yes. If anything else is going on.
No one's turned into a snake here.
Oh, I thought you said the chair turned into a snake.
No, there's a snake waiting for us outside.
Yeah, the snake's a whole other entity, as is Welkin.
Oh.
So, Wellin's just sort of stood there, looks at both of you and says, as she sort of lights a cigarette, bold.
Thanks? Question mark?
You don't usually even know what you got there by this point. You don't know what you've got there, do you?
Didn't get that far into the memory. Seemed like a good idea. Casually side-eyeing the snake.
I suppose the short version would be you've got the Chancellor.
Two birds, one stone. Great. Where's Alice?
I'm so confused.
At this point, about to murder Miracle.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Well, I can't really do anything right now, but I'm here for moral support. Do what you want about this snake, and well, have you ever heard the expression "loyal to the position"? A lot of that going around in this city.
They're saying what?
Loyal to the position.
Huh. Oh, huh. I'm so confused.
It means it's a person who's good at surviving a situation as it's changing and managing to keep the position they're in. I think the Meridian from Matrix. Dude's been around for every version of it, and he's always in power, in some kind of power.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose. I mean, the other way of looking at it is, you just don't care who your boss is, as long as they're your boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got, I guess you're carrying the boss around with you.
Yeah. Thanks for the info. I'm gonna go deal with Alice now.
I drop the chair and go shift fully into bird form and attack the snake.
Okay, sounds good. Give me a roll.
Okay.
I said my thing first.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, do you want to let Carys go first? Or...
I should have taken that clock stopper ability. Sorry. Enfys, what's your plan? What's your turn?
My plan is this. On the other side of time, when I push myself, and I'm also about to push myself to find to discover Alice slash Miracle. Trade places with your favorite person, in this case Miracle, or briefly remove an ally for front flow time, but I wasn't doing that bit. I was doing the trade person bit.
This is good.
Very good.
Yeah, well,
Okay, I think
whatever you've both got plans can happen simultaneously. But
I think we
let you
both.
decide.
I think we both surprise each other with this.
Yeah, Tern chooses violence, and Carys chooses my friends are not going to fight each other.
Okay, so do you want me to just roll a dice to decide which of you is going to roll first, or?
Sure, yeah, we can call it like a fortune roll type thing.
Okay, so odd number it's Carys, even number it's Tern. That's a 6. Tern can attack the snake first.
Okay, so specifically, Tern is going to try and obviously duck under the fangs and so on. Grab it with his talons, swing it up, as straight up as possible, hopefully whiplashing it into a building on the way up to kind of stun it and keep it from attacking him while he's doing this. Just get above the what do you call it, the skyline, just above the roofs, and just kind of spin around a bunch and just yeet it into the distance.
Okay,
Ideally.
Stormcrow use seismic toss. What do you want to roll for it? What's the hover text on this one say? Nope, that's when you use your words. I'm not using my words. This has to be defy. Yep, defy sounds good. We'll call this risky standard.
Let's see. I never did get myself 2 dots in any one thing. I should have, maybe, I don't know. Let me see. Did anyone want to give me a link die?
I will give you a link die because I've definitely been helping you work your way through the dreams. Certainly how to do violent things in the dreams as well. Plus, it sounds like I'm about to start helping you fight a damn snake. So.
Yeah.
Well, not if I throw this thing far enough away and it doesn't get back until until that thing's That'd be
thinking
funny,
about
but whatever.
thinking about it, I'm going to say risky limited because you won't necessarily be able to throw it completely out of the fight.
Yeah. I was hoping, but yeah. So let's see. Risky limited. Let's see what. Okay, so one was. Can I get any poison promises for this? Maybe.
I can't think of anything.
Fair. Okay. One bonus die then.
Okay. A 4 is a success for consequence. So, what I'll say is, we'll start a clock. 6 part. Break the snake. We'll put 2 slices in that to start with. And yeah, the snake now has a health bar. Oh, and because it's been a while, we'll tick up there. Carys gets caught. Clog.
Spicy.
That should be 3 out of 6 now, shouldn't it?
Yes, I tipped up the wrong thing. It is on 3 out of 6.
Okay.
Okay, we're on. So hang on. Carys getting caught is 3 out of 6.
Yep, halfway there.
All right. And how many hits on the snake?
2.
2.
Okay, 2 out of 6.
Okay. And yep, that's Tern's action resolved. So at the same time, Carys.
Okay, I need to find. I need to know the location of Alice and Miracle. Just double checking to make sure I don't have any abilities specific to this, and I don't believe I do. So this is going to be straight up. I would like to try to dream logic this, because the snakes are an extension in some way of Alice, right?
Yep.
So I want to step into a snake and out of Alice, figuratively speaking.
I'm always
Okay,
picturing
yeah.
you like jumping into the one snake's mouth and out of the other. Like, nope, teleport.
Yeah.
Oop.
We
Something
didn't
like
take
that.
we didn't take dream logic.
What?
We didn't take that one. It's an ability. No, sorry. Go on. Continue.
No, I don't think I'm actively stepping on an ability's toes, right?
No, I don't believe so.
No, there's a serious ability called Dream Logic that we thought about
Yeah.
but didn't take. I was trying.
Yeah, no, this
it
was just
I was
making a
trying-
goof.
Yeah.
He was just being a
It was
goof.
supposed to be a joke. Sorry.
Lets you do transcendent things when you're
Yeah.
not when you
Yeah,
do flashbacks.
flashback. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, and I think the thing for this is do I argue flow?
Yep, flow sounds good, just to sort of, move the dream logic.
Position?
Let's say risky standard, because Tern's handling fighting the snake right now, so you haven't got any pressure on you.
Oh, no, wait, hang on, let me change that, because I want to get Miracle out of the situation entirely, so it's just me and Alice. Not flow, perceive. To perceive the connection from the snake to Alice, and therefore Miracle, and then swap me and Miracle with the ability.
Okay, yep, that also works.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, you were saying risky standard?
Yep, risky standard. We won't make this desperate because Tern's keeping the snake busy.
Sure, I am transcendent, I am pushing myself. If anybody has a poison promise in mind, that'd be great. Wait, I can't poison promise, right? Because I'm pushing myself.
Yeah,
Right,
outwards
that's
Yeah.
push.
yeah.
Then forget
Yeah.
the promise. I'll just push myself. I'll just take the stress.
Yeah, there's two bonus dice. There's push self / poison promise, and then there's link / yeah.
No links before I click submit.
Possibilities.
I'll take that as a no,
Yeah,
and
no,
I'll hit
no.
submit.
Sorry, what?
Have a link. Have a link because I feel like
Okay.
this is a good idea for me and you to get to the script. So.
Okay.
Oh, you're
I'm
at
gonna
the
spend
point.
a link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have the one left for you. I want to see. Well, we're already transcended though.
Thank you, miracle.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's 2 6s and a 3. 2 6s are a crit.
Crit.
So, crit on a risky, you do it with increased effect. So, Miracle. As you feel this sort of, you know, as the sort of creator turns into a snake's jaws and you feel it ready to close around you, Alice, you know, a small sort of smirk forms on Alice's face, and for one brief terrifying moment, you actually see this sort of debris you've surrounded her with just fall away. And you find yourself in a completely different street. Tern is
Where did I go just now?
yeah, Tern has just grabbed a Stormcrow has just grabbed a snake and is smacking it into buildings.
But for
And
a
for some
moment,
reason, you're holding a chair.
for a moment, Miracle has the distinct memory of private eyeing her way to the Chancellor's home. And doing basically Carys' role before, you know, actual reality snaps back into place. It's just like, oh wait,
Yeah,
somebody did a time shenanigan.
yeah. Like, you know it didn't happen, but you feel like it happened.
Oh no, I have the distinct feeling of deja vu and I'm fighting a snake. Sarah? Tern, are you fighting a snake right now?
When did you get here?
I think I've always been here. I'm not sure how it works. I mean, I guess we go back to Sarah at this point.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, yeah. But we'll get back to you in the chair in a second. Carys, you sort of find yourself here, and you just see Alice as all this debris falls away from her. Her eyes widen in shock, and this snake completely dissipates. And she just lunges forward and hugs you.
My God. Yeah. Oh, that. There was the briefest of moments where Carys wants to drop the avatar form, but unfortunately, we are very much. Adeg has a strong grip on the situation at the moment, which is the only reason the hug is not fully returned. There's like Carys starts the hug back, and then it kind of falls away a little bit. She's like, ah. Just there is a conflict between the avatar's like instinct and desires and Carys's ultimate goals.
Yeah, as you sort of
and
let this
empathy.
hug. Yeah, as you sort of let this hug sort of slack and start pulling away, you sort of see the sort of after images of various Caryses. A few are still in the hug. A few of them stepped back and are actually a couple of feet from your actual sort of main body.
Yes.
A couple even look like out of the corner of your eye, you can actually see one with a look of disgust on her face. And
the timeline where she did murder Miracle.
Yeah.
Never happened. It was a fake. It's unreal. It's not real. It's a fiction. It's a falsehood.
It's fake news.
So
There is
yeah,
no love
Alice.
triangle in bossing say.
Yeah, so Alice does actually seem a little shocked here, and I think as this sort of bonus from the crit, let's reduce that clock by 1, as she momentarily stops giving out any intel.
Which clock?
Carys gets found 1.
Ah, awesome. Much appreciated.
So, the 3 of you are all up to something. Who wants to go next?
I'm going to follow Tern's lead because I know Tern has requirements for how they want to handle
For what it's worth,
protecting people.
Tern just engaged in violence, so the XP thing is gone.
Yeah, it's off the table completely.
But
Cool.
in terms of how Tern operates, maybe there might be something specific, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to follow Tern's lead for this one, but yeah. I want to see how you handle a snake, and so does Tomorrow Yearns.
Well, I thought I was gonna throw it away and get to forget about it, but it doesn't sound like it. But yeah, I think I'd be assuming I threw it a distance. I'm gonna come back down and get back to figuring out what what has the chair left the building, or is it prevented from doing that or something? Is there any?
No,
what can we do with this?
You both fully carried the chair out with you, and Miracle.
I feel Miracle in on what Welkin is saying about the chair.
You don't need to fill her in because she was technically told. Yeah,
so
Willen's just sort of
like, but he doesn't know that, so he's going to tell her anyway.
Yeah. So Willen's just
chair is the chair. I get it. Chair is the chair of the university. Like a university chair and the university chair. Yeah, I get it.
She's the chancellor.
Yeah, chair and chancellor, same thing as in chair. Yeah. Do you want help with the snake? I think you want help with the snake. She wants help with the snake. Yes. Okay, I'm fighting the snake.
Probably.
Yeah.
Me talking to my avatar there.
Yeah, Welkin just sort of cocks an eyebrow and continues smoking her cigarette.
Are you going to help us fight the snake?
Nope.
Are you going to tell us anything more comprehensible about the? What do we do with this? How do we break it? Does breaking it do anything?
I do the I'm watching you gesture to Welkin, but then like. I guess we're going to.
Yeah, she returns it.
She knows
she returns it.
Right at her.
Yeah, she returns it and gives you a thumbs up.
What the hell are we doing here?
We're fighting a snake.
Yep, the snake is rearing up.
We're fighting the chair, so the snake brought it in. The snake definitely isn't the.
While you're both
the snakes are Alice. It's fine. The snakes are Alice. It's fine. There's something to do with Chancellor.
Yeah, Alice is guarding the chair.
Yeah, Alice is guarding a chair with snakes, but it's fine. Beat up the snakes. Okay, I think Sarah's is handling Alice.
If the chancellor is just a figurehead and doesn't actually have any worth to the conspiracy, who is the host that Nore was talking about? Or are both things true, and the chancellor is a figurehead but also is supposed to become the host of the city or something?
Things we can think of after we fight a giant basilisk. Got it?
Yeah, but you can roll
the mix between Tomorrow Yearns and Miracle both like panicking in the face of a giant snake and knowing they probably died in this point a few times.
Yep,
okay,
so
I turn into a bigger bird and I pick the chair up and get ready to hit the snake when it comes back.
Oh my god!
Yeah, just casually use
chair.
Casually use the MacGuffin as a bludgeon. Why not? What do you want to roll for this?
I don't freaking know.
That's how pro wrestling works, Brie. The amount of people who hit people with the belt in pro wrestling.
Do you think I know about pro wrestling? I'm joyless.
It's a fusion of the best parts of pro wrestling: hitting someone with a chair and hitting someone with the belts. With the MacGuffin. We're doing both.
And I'm assuming / picturing this chair is like one of those giant high-backed things that like a noble would sit on in like a castle or some shit, or at least like a really heavy armchair too.
No, it's like an office chair, but it's like a very heavy. It's like a fancy leather one.
Yeah, it's something that you gotta be a large-sized creature to use as a weapon, hopefully, which is when.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yep. Come on, you're just hitting something with a chair. Just give me something for hitting something.
I wish I could argue Express because I have a transcendent.net, but I can't think of a way to do that because I'm not using my words in this words using game.
Yeah, that's the break sometimes.
Yeah, it's Defy again.
Okay.
I think I'm spending stress on this.
If you want it, that's 2 stress, add an extra die. Unless Miracle or Carys want to spend a connection.
Yeah, I've got another link that I can spend on you.
Okay, I mean, we can do both, but I don't know if we'll. But like, yeah, if I go, I don't know, just 2 dice. I'm gonna push myself and accept the link thing. Oh wait, what are we calling this? Risky standard?
You've been pushing yourself a lot, so I'm going to spend a link to remove 2 of your stress. So you can just not add 2 for this one.
Cool.
And say, yes, this is as Carys was.
I mean, I have
replacing himself with Miracle. They just looked back to you and said, do what you do best. Look after Miracle. Make sure everything turns out fine. I believe in you. You got this.
Okay. What are positions and whatevers?
Okay, so to attack the snake with a giant armchair, a mystical armchair with a Defy sounds risky standard to me.
Okay. For attacking, let me see. For attacking the snake. Okay, for attacking the snake in the first part. That's what the virtue does. Okay. Whatever. For this one.
Yeah.
Since in theory, like, I'm doing something like brave, and that's my avatar's virtue that clears 1 stress, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, transcendent. 2 bonus dice. There we go. For future reference, because of my indomitable ability, I basically can't have more than 2 stress added to me for like whatever. So I was doing okay enough on stress. I had like 3 left on the track. Anyway, I'm doing okay. That's a 6.
Yeah, yeah. You whack this snake over the head with a chair.
Honestly, kind of what I'm hoping is that the chair also breaks and that has any repercussion at all.
The chair is completely intact. Like, there's not even a scratch on the leather.
Damn.
There's definitely something very that's making this chair very durable. But yeah, you succeed with no consequences, so I'm going to say that's 3 slices on the snake's health clock, which I believe is 5 out of 6.
I'm going to make a massive assumption here, Brie.
Mm-hmm. Make an ass out of
like,
you and me. Go on.
Yeah, I see that Tern has taken this chair and used it to wallop a snake with, and this chair itself hasn't broken, damaged, and seems exceptionally real. Yes.
Yeah.
Is the chair an avatar?
Yes.
Avatars can hella
Cool.
be harmed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'll
but
say-
no. This is the avatar
It is
of
a
the
low-
host.
I will say an avatar is effectively a what you've sort of learned from Tomorrow Yearns is an avatar is basically it's sort of a part of the dream that's sort of merged with merged with the psyche of someone, and sort of created a second entity.
Yep, they are vague alien, like not space alien, but just alien to human things. And this is one of those things. And you're beating the giant snake to death with the avatar of our enemy. Cool, good,
I'm gonna
great.
say-
I know what this is. This chair needs to be away from here ASAP. So
Okay, I will
burst of
say
wings and grabbing this chair and let's go.
I will say you're very close to the truth. So if you want to roll something to work it out, feel free to pitch me it.
Okay, yeah, I'm just watching what's happening to the chair and watching the energies around it. And Tomorrow Yearns is also like feels the kinship with it and goes, I know this, and I can beat it. And it's either holding us back or it's in my way, and I want to know what it is. So Miracle's eyes are looking through it, and Tomorrow Yearns' knowledge is going through it.
Okay.
I'm using
That's right.
analyze.
Okay, analyze. Yep. We'll call that risky standard. This is a control
Gotcha.
situation, but Tern's holding the snake off.
Yeah, presumably my risk here is that I get dragged into the fight before I can make my deductions.
Yeah, that's
In a
right.
way that's not on my terms. Yeah.
If you
That's fine.
try to take the chair away from Tern, he will like let you take it, like just hoping that somebody has an idea that's actually good.
But yeah, I'm watching it for now. So risky standard. I am transcendent, but doesn't change what I'm doing. No bonus dice. Not risking anything massive here. We've got bigger fish to fry later.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a pass though.
Okay, a
I see
5.
something.
Yeah. So you're just sort of running through everything's just sort of running through your head. Yeah, the chair's an avatar, but the avatar of who? And then Welkin just sort of like you don't realise she's actually lent in, but like Welkin just whispers in your ear. You know, some people say a crown gets to people's heads, but I think it goes to their arse. And it clicks. This avatar isn't truly isn't truly bound to anyone, but whoever sits in it is effectively the Chancellor. For all intents and purposes.
Great. Cool. This is an avatar that's trying to make its will known and everything. This is our adversary though, isn't it?
Yep, and it would appear that the host of the dream has attached itself to this avatar, meaning anyone who who sort of holds the position of Chancellor is effectively also the host.
Cool. I'm just changing in our conspiracy map University Dean ? To the chair as the host.
Yep, I've this super serious campaign. I've made the main villain a chair.
Cool. Great.
I don't even.
Still makes more sense than aliens are clothes.
Yes.
They are aliens. The stands in this are aliens. Basically. Aren't they?
I believe
Yes.
Keith was referring to that. What's that one anime with the scissors and
Kill a kill.
Kill the Kill? That was it.
I forget if that even had aliens or what in it.
Yes.
The clothes are aliens.
Anyway.
Yes,
Remember it was all
they're
about
like
clones.
they're like
Or no,
symbiotes.
is
But
it not
let's
clones,
move on.
clones.
Let's move on.
it has an uncomfortable level of fan service.
It is. Yeah, it
Continuing.
Yeah, it did
Yes.
these anyway.
So yeah, Miracle, you've cracked the codes, you've put the puzzle pieces together. You know what your adversary is. And did you want to do something to this chair?
You try setting it on fire.
The chair's evil. Get rid of it.
I throw the chair.
No, like in a way we can control. Like if it's just thrown into the stratosphere and leaves like a star shape behind. Awesome, but I think it's going to be more problems for us later.
From me.
Yeah, that's what I leave it at that. Turn the chair's evil.
I mean, if
That's nothing me.
he's either going to throw the chair or just start smacking it into the ground, trying. There's no other ideas yet except to try to break with brute force, which by the sound of it is not going to work.
While Miracle and Tern try to decide what to do with an evil chair, we'll cut back to Carys. So, Carys, you've just come out of a warm but very awkward hug.
Oh. Moving to something wholly more emotionally serious for some whiplash for y'all. I have been doing a lot of thinking, not just tonight, but also previously, about Carys's relationship with Alice, because it has occurred to me that the emotional responses, both in terms of the RP and the backstory that has been established, have been quite extreme, right? To the point of having cut all contact at one point.
Yep.
I got to thinking, why is there just one person in the entirety of this city that Carys has done this with? And it's got to be because there was something real deep and personal there, right? So I'm thinking, what if there was probably a timeline where Carys still kept very personally involved with Alice, and maybe something more happened. Who knows? I'm not going to get into details, but I think it had being forced to confront Alice and being potentially on the verge of losing Alice again, with all that previous stuff set in mind. Carys needs to convince Alice to not be in this situation at all. So what's going to happen is Carys is going to focus on bringing two things together. One of these things being the Avatar's desire for escape, and Carys's desire for Alice to not be stuck in this loop with us. So Alice is going to take a step back in to close the gap with Alice and focus Adeg's form to coalesce into one from a previously lived timeline. Though obviously we don't remember all of these things, but a memory from one of the more personally involved ones is before Carys had become this sort of stony or formal business person that doesn't take nonsense from people. So the clothes is probably something a bit more swishy, flowy, sundressy sort of thing, because colourful Carys just like that was just the kind of fashion they trend towards.
Yep.
Gonna put her hands on Alice's shoulders, and if Alice flinches or tries to move away, there's a sudden firmness, sort of like no, we need to have this conversation, and is going to say, we can leave. I know. You don't. You don't remember everything that we have ever had. You can't. I don't. But I remember enough. I know what we can have, and I know what we can be. But we have to leave this place. We have to leave this city. Just, please. And it's just there's a lot of things being hinted at that the Carys isn't being said, but the basic concept is we need to leave. Please leave. With me, even if I don't immediately leave with you right now, but leave so that we can be what we can be, because we can't be it here. And this is an express role to try and convince Alice to leave the city.
Okay. Wow. Okay, we're getting near the end of the session, so I'll just outline the stakes here. If all of you roll particularly well, you might be able to, save Alice, destroy the chair, and basically resolve the entire campaign here and now. If you don't do that, obviously at the end we'll have the adversary track. Now the basically there's 2 segments left on it. So 3 segments, that'll basically mean a final session where you're counter-attacked. Or if it's less than 3, it'll be a final session where you get to make one final attack,
Yes.
On your terms.
Basically, if we fail, we decide who has the upper hand.
Yeah, so basically the failure state, it's 1 by default. You're definitely going to be coming closer to the protagonists are definitely coming closer to their destiny, regardless of what's happening, so that's 2. So the one thing that could cause the 3rd one is if a protagonist or supporting character is killed or defects to the adversary. And, well, pretty much the only character in this position is Alice, so the stake here is if you fail to sort of bring Alice around, that is basically going to mean cause a final session where you're on the defensive.
Yes.
If you do bring her around, if there is a final session, you'll be on the offensive. And of course, maybe you can work out the chair and destroy it all in one. That's for the dice to decide. But yeah, so the stakes here are basically: are you going for the good? If you you're going for the good ending or bad ending here.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you say you wanted to roll again?
Express. To
Pressure here.
convince Alice to leave the city.
Okay.
Final link from me to you for this one.
Thank you. I'm pushing myself.
I think at the end of the day that you know that Miracle is perfectly happy that it's okay if you have a favourite friend. It's fine. It doesn't have to be me.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure on Alice right now. She's scared. She's scared if she does want to do this, she might feel like it should actually put you in too much danger. So yeah, this is going to be a desperate standard roll.
Okay. What? Standard. Transcendent. Yes. Bonus. 1 from push, 1 from link. That's a lot of dice.
Oh,
Daggone.
that is a 6.
Imagine if that had been another crit.
Yes. Get yourself some XP, as member.
Hooray.
Don't forget your XP.
And
Yep.
I
Okay,
dab.
yeah. Yep, so we are on the good route. Yep, you're on the route to the golden ending. As Alice just wordlessly hugs you, and the snakes all fall away. And she just quietly mutters to you, "What's your plan?" And while this is happening, we're just going to cut back to Miracle and Tern. So, evil chair.
I
Evil
have
chair,
more
no
ideas
snakes.
than I expected to have.
One quick question.
I have.
Yes,
Sorry?
Carys?
Does that coincide enough with the avatar desire of escape that I do not tick off the transcendence track?
Yeah, I'd say literally, yes. Saying you're just gonna leave the hot city,
Okay. Yeah.
that is
Excellent, thank you.
absolutely escape.
Carry on.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. I haven't been. I don't think I've been working my transcendence track, or it's. I don't know. Crap. How many? Oh shit! How many rolls am I playing?
Not many.
2 or 3?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think you've attacked the snake twice, haven't you?
And did
you-
two and did 2 rolls before that, but I think your avatar's thing covers that, so I think you're 2 or 3 down.
Okay. I was gonna say, okay. I have another stupid idea, and I have a meh idea, and I have a Nolas is actually thinking idea.
Okay.
The stupid idea is probably gonna be another roll. Though. I don't know.
Pick one. Look, I'm gonna make you roll anyway. You're not getting out of this without any rolls, mister.
They're all kind of silly,
Well-
but I don't know if I'm gonna get to try all 3 ideas.
Try the one that you feel best with.
Yeah. Pick the fun option.
Those are 2 different ones. Okay.
Choose the
I'll
first
try
one.
the silly one.
Yeah, whichever one you have been numbered in your mind. The first one. First thought, best thought.
Okay, I'll just okay. Can I argue that because Tern's getting really frustrated and just wishing that something would work and stuff, that he's playing into the agency desire of Stormcrow? Because like him and Stormcrow are both like being really frustrated by like not figuring out what the goal is, and like finding the goal but not finding a way to it or something.
Doesn't really sound like agency, to be honest.
Yeah, agency is more having sort of choices in what you do. I don't think that really sort of applies here.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the idea. I'm gonna go with the Nolas is actually trying to use his brain idea then. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. After presumably banging the chair into the ground a few more times, Stormcrow is gonna just like set it on the ground, not gently, but just kind of slam it on the ground, and upright. Is there still the semi-physical figure sitting in it?
The shadowy figure is still there, but you don't think that's sort of an actual sort of person. It just sort of represents the authority whoever sits in it can claim.
So wherever. So
Well,
have
Miracle sort of realises
isn't-
this. I don't think Tern knows this at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know that it's an avatar, or is that what you're saying that Tern hasn't heard yet?
Yeah, basically, yeah. As you're trying to smash it into glass, like no, it's an avatar. It's not going to be broken easily. It's a more of a metaphorical thing.
Tern's gonna try talking to it,
Interesting. What do you want to say to the chair?
or suppose Stormcrow is, or Tern is going to like ask Stormcrow to try talking to it. What? I don't. Shit. I think Stormcrow might start the conversation with, "You're a living thing." And I don't know whether either of them would be expecting a reply or not.
I'll say just saying you're a living thing doesn't actually get a response.
Hmm.
Come on, I
Tern's
believe
gonna
in you.
shed-
You got
Tern-
this.
Tern's gonna shed most of the bird-like appearance, although he's still transcended to an extent. He's gonna try sitting it. He's gonna try sitting on it and talking to the avatar, like in his head, I guess.
Okay, so, Tern, as you sort of sit on the chair, Miracle,
I'm getting a bad feeling about this, I guess.
yeah, so, as you sort of look
No,
at...
no. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah,
Sorry,
as
this
you,
is like Miracle doing the no noise.
yeah, as you sort of observe Tern, you basically... You're not quite sure what's going on, like, you're conscious of it, so it doesn't sort of overwhelm you, but you think, okay, finally, there's the Chancellor, as you look at Tern. Tern.
Was the Chancellor never human?
Yeah, as
That's
you
what
sort
I'm
of sit
thinking.
as you sort of sit in the chair, you well, you just sort of reel a bit as you feel the entire city just like it's the same sort of feeling as when you sort of hop into someone's dream. You feel a sort of a slight connection with them, and you're suddenly exposed to this connection with every single person in the city. This chair isn't just the avatar of any one person, it is literally the avatar of the city, and whoever sits in it effectively rules.
Is it of the city as a location, or as a group of people, or both?
Both. And there's something else there. Something even more alien. You realise if anyone sort of sits in this chair and becomes the embodiment of the city, they also become the embodiment of the conspiracy within the city. So, what do you want to roll not to get overwhelmed here?
Am I resisting something?
Nope, you're rolling first. Because you're you're basically trying to do a thing by sitting in the chair and seeing what happens.
I really want to try whatever Express would do.
Yep, okay, yep, I'll say Express would be Desperate Standard. Actually, I'll say Desperate Limited because, like, you're literally trying to oppose every single mind in the city and whatever's doing something to sort of try and influence them.
You're trying to convince the power behind the chair that it's been a very bad entity.
Yeah.
Sit in a corner and think about what it's done.
In fact, I guess you could say it's been deceitful. You wouldn't want to be a
that's
stoolie.
fine. Lying is the one. Lying is the one.
We get
you
an extra
can
dice
fool
for
with.
that, right?
No. I do respect the grinds, though.
I'm really
Take extra dice
grasping
because
for ways
of our
to-
final link.
That's best.
I'm really grasping for ways to bring that agency thing into it, so I don't have to end transcendence. But I don't know.
I mean,
guess that's not
if you're trying to keep your willpower from the alien
this
mind
is...
trying to say you can do evil things with this city, then that's agency.
Yeah, you are literally trying to maintain your agency here, so that's not even arguable.
What I want to try to do is convince the entity to allow the people of the city their own respective agency. I'm trying to protect the agency of other people.
Yep, definitely. But you're also trying to retain your own agency, so there's no need to quibble on this. You've got that, yes.
Okay, sure. So actually, yeah, mark XP. Did you say that? Okay, what were the positions for this? You said they weren't good by the sound of it, but
Desperate Limited. Sorry.
Oh, more XP. Yeah. Sweet. Okay.
Yep, more XP.
That's for me for Link.
Okay, Transcendent is... Oh, not going to use the Transcendence Tracker. Okay, sorry, how many bonus... Okay, so that's one bonus die from the Link. How much... Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 stress for another die, so 2 bonus dice.
Okay.
Okay. 1 XP for playbook, 1 XP into Sun. And what do we got? Okay.
Yep, that is 2 4s and a 5. So...
Why did I put 3 dice? I had 4. It didn't count my transcendence. Oh, because I didn't check mark the transcendent.
Oh, do you have another dice?
4... Yeah.
Okay, just roll a d6 in chat then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 2, so that doesn't make any difference. So your highest is a 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you manage to sort of push back, like, this voice starts whispering in your ear. Like, it's kind of like, you know, that whole thing near the end of, Control. Where...
I haven't played it, sorry.
Okay. Basically, there's an entity called the Hiss, which sort of possesses people in a very sort of similar way. Like, it's just sort of trying to overwhelm you, bring it, like... It's basically your mind versus the sort of everyone in the cities, whether they realise it or not. And it's trying to sort of bend you to its will, but you're able to sort of pull back. You're not really able to influence it per se, but what you do get is... It sort of whispers back to you. I control this city. The city controls me. You can be a servant of the city, or you can be a criminal, an outcast. And at the end of the day...
my internet crapped for a second there. I think I might have missed something.
Oh, sorry. I'll use a clearer voice then. It just slowly whispers. You know, it just sort of whispers concepts into your head. You know, it says, like, either, you know, you bow to my will, or, you're not part of the city and you don't matter. And since you don't matter, you're subservient anyway. But you could change that simply by submitting your will and letting it run the city through you. Stormcrow, luckily you just sort of hear Stormcrow scoff in the back of your head. This chair is not backing down, but something about the entity, like there's as we've established, there's 2 entities here. There's the actual avatar of the city, and there's the host, and you sort of feel like there is a current host you could confront over this.
Whilst Tern is trying to sit in the chair, and I see that he's struggling quite violently against it, and I'm going to try and pull him off in a second. can I work out where the physical manifestation of this thing is? Like, it might not be an actual chair like this in real world, or it might not even have a place in the real world, but I want to try and work out where this link is and who it's currently hosted to before I have
You know
to
the host,
pull
right? The
turn
host
off
is the
it.
Chancellor.
Yes, but we don't know where the Chancellor is.
Yeah, okay, I get your point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to
Okay,
try and
yeah.
work out exactly where the striking point is, and then yank, turn off the chair before it gets too serious.
Okay, yep. What do you want to roll for it?
This is purely going to be analyze again.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think tomorrow has had enough of me doing this.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, the consequence for Tern's roll was also another tick on Carys' discovered.
Okay, back up to 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Basically, the stakes here are if you can either work this out and bring an end to it before Carys is discovered and gets yanked out of the dream.
Or we have no lead on where it is, but we know that it exists somewhere.
Yeah. So basically, you can either end this will either make this the final session and end the campaign there, or you'll get an extra one. Yeah. Good luck.
Let's see what we get with May Analyze first.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's
That's
burn some stress on it.
Yeah. Risky standard.
Risky standard, transcendent, doesn't matter. 1 dice from stress or pushing myself. As I just grab the chair with various bits of. See, here's the fun thing. I can compel non-human things around me to hinder or trap my foes. Yeah.
chair.
Let's have that distract the chair. Let's distract the chair with itself.
Yeah. You're
Avatar
trying.
human.
Yeah. You're just enforcing your will upon the chair. Yep. Go ahead. Roll.
I have
I don't think
something
there's
else that I want to. Sorry.
I don't think there's any other links that need to be spent right now for me.
I have
Might be
a
my
link.
last one
Have
for
a
the
link.
session. Have link, cool.
Turn. You're trying to remove Turn from the chair, right?
Well, I'm working out what the thing is and then removing you from the chair.
Okay.
I don't think there's going to be much resistance to me yanking you off off of a chair,
Yeah.
unless I have to do really bad.
To the extent that he could, he won't be helping you to try to get him off of it, anyways.
Okay,
There-
so rolling.
There was something else I
bonus
want to
dice.
bring up at some point, but when it's my turn.
Pass. Not
Okay,
great, but
yep.
pass.
Spicy.
Yep, a 5. So, yeah, for a 5, you sort of touch the chair, you sort of commune with it, and you realise in the real world it's effectively the position of Chancellor, which is it's not. Basically, in academia, obviously, you get a position by getting promoted to it. But because this is something more intangible, it's a matter of respect. So, as you put your mind to it, you try to work out who is currently, considered Chancellor. You realise the effects of the chair mean even when Carys was sort of actually meeting with the Chancellor, they were sort of, they couldn't actually tell he was actually sat opposite them in the role of the Chancellor.
There's a
But-
Grey Fox effect
Yep, exactly.
on top of everything.
But it occurs to you that someone just very patiently stood here, observing. And, you slowly turn towards Welkin. She just smiles and shrugs. What can I say? I've been through this so many times, I might as well just sit through.
It ends here, Welkin. This chair's
Does
going
it?
far, far away. Yes.
You realise it's not
No.
a literal... chair?
No.
By the way, that's one more tick on the clock as the consequence. I believe that's 4 out of 6.
Hold up. I need to
I wish I got my clock stopper ability.
thing. Go to the correct window, and then I'm going to say no. Thank you.
Oh,
Clock
you had
stopper.
it this whole time.
Clock stopper.
If there is ever a question of who acts first, it's me. Once per mission, when the director advances a clock, I may say no, and the clock does not advance. It stays on 3. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well,
You've
They
been
sure showed
sandbagging
me.
that this whole time, or have I just not? Or have
I
I
can
just
only
not been
use
paying
it
attention?
once per mission, so I've been waiting for. And I think keeping the clock at halfway on me being tracked down is a good thing.
I'm per session, but yeah. Oh, whatever. Maybe I have used it and I just forgot.
yeah.
No, because I got it on my last level up.
Oh, okay.
Yep, okay, yep, so that's prevented that. Yeah. So you've identified Welkin is the current Chancellor, and yeah, she's just basically sort of trying to see where this goes.
How do you think this is going to end, Wern?
Same where it ends. You know, maybe you'll kill me, maybe I'll kill you, maybe we'll just end in a stalemate for a few more years. Maybe I'll get bored and reset before anything particularly interesting happens. Yeah, why don't you ask Carys? This is her department.
Sorry, my turn.
I don't think we've ever got this
far.
far before. I think you're making this up now. I think at this point, you've never had this happen to you before. You and Carys
She's
have
not
never
allowed to lie
had
to us
this
for
step.
transcendence.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what either of you were saying there.
I think you've never been this far before in your dreams. I think this is the first time this has happened.
Her eyes narrow.
I think this is the first time you've had a genuine shred of hope that something can happen in a timeline where both I live and Alice gets out of this alive. I think you're going to leave for a while.
Where'd it go?
She pauses and studies you for a moment. What makes you say that?
If there was any chance that this was going to end badly, you'd have already reset this by now. You'd have already stopped and given up. Carys would have stopped and given up as well. And I also have this horrible feeling that I not had deja vu for the first time while fighting that snake.
Yeah, by the way, the snake's still up. It's got one notch left on its clock. But for some reason, it's sort of just stood there at the moment.
Presumably because Alice is distracted.
Yeah.
Alice is still alive because the snake's still here. So Carys has succeeded. And we found out what is here, and you've not stopped us yet. I think you're happy to see something completely new, and to see the wheel break in a different way. And I don't think you want to let that novelty go.
She pauses, takes the stub of her cigarette, and just pinches it. And like basically, you hear the snake's body crack behind you. And with a hiss, it disappears from the dream. She drops this stub of cigarette and starts grinding it under her heel. Yeah, say I'm right. Well, sorry, say you're right. What do you think I'm getting out of this?
I don't honestly care.
Okay, what do you want to roll?
I'm defying her. Like, this is me, like, saying, no, you're not mentor anymore, and you're done. Like,
Heck yeah.
everything you're trying is done. And it's my
Right.
final guide to Transcendence, I think. So that's a good one.
Okay, yep. The main consequence for this will be progressing the clock for Carys being found. We'll call this Risky Standard.
And this is to make Gwilym back down and back out.
I have 2 more links for a miracle. I can use one.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
I can
And I
step
think
down.
like I think if she actually does like have a moment of feeling like she steps down, the chair, I guess, has rejected her as a worthy host and vanishes itself.
Yeah. Okay, well, what happens is, basically, she says, well, unfortunately, this isn't a resignation's accepted sort of position. So, tell me, I step down, hand in my, formally announce I'm, just leaving the city, never coming back. Where do you think the host goes?
You mean
I don't think it matters.
the host or the thing, the entity?
Yeah. This entity is not going to be something we can destroy overnight.
The ship must
But
have a captain.
but we can keep beating it down the same way we've been doing. And all it's going to take is making a lot of other people in the city see the same thing. And eventually, maybe we change what it represents. Maybe one day it has a much better outlook on life than misery and nostalgia. That's not going to happen overnight. But it's also not going to happen with you in control of it and constantly wishing you could rewrite the past. Go.
Wow.
Come
it.
back when everything feels better.
You felt it. Tomorrow yearns. Didn't quite enjoy what you did to, poor little, Norre.
I think that's when my transcendence breaks and starts like, leave. Welkin, you've already lost.
Fine. But understand this. You have not done anything to break the host, and as long as the host remains attached to the chair, well, that's your problem now. It's been real, kid.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'll miss you.
I'll think of you every time I see the bullet holes in the wall. And with a smile, she starts fading out of the dream.
Oh boy.
Hooray!
So yeah, I think I will call that the campaign concluded.
Huh?
Da, da, da.
But who?
I think that means the entity was effectively left hostless.
Yeah.
He'll
And
find
it was
someone.
just a matter of-
He'll find someone for next season. That's how
Yeah.
this works.
I was
Yeah.
gonna try and kick the entity out of the dream, like Tomorrow Yearns did.
That was going to be my suggestion if we ended up going to another session. was just disconnecting it from the dream world, like on in the same way you disconnect a person. Then it removes its ability to link to people.
Yeah. Basically, my thinking here is you basically talked Welkin down. She just sort of you basically managed to get her so indifferent she just gave up on giving up. So she's just going to step aside and let you do whatever the hell you want. Which functionally means the the host can't actually influence anything right now. And yeah, I think that's close enough to defeated. I mean, I could argue it's the host itself has enough influence to try and fight back, but I think that might be
the entity I assumed you mean, yeah.
Yeah, the entity.
I honestly kind of keep getting confused as to the host. Like, I thought Welkin was essentially the host.
Basically, the idea is the chair is basically the avatar of the entire city, and whoever has the position is basically the one bonded to that avatar.
At the moment, or is it? So, was Welkin still? Tern was sitting in the chair, so I assumed that would like make him temporarily at least the host.
It would.
No, that might have happened if you like failed the roll, I guess.
Yeah.
Or if I like just let it take me, I guess that was what
It's like
it was trying
it's the
to make
one
me
ring
host.
thing. It's
Yeah.
it's a corruption over time thing.
Yeah, it's like a one
But
ring
it has
sort of
favorite
deal.
masters, yeah.
Yeah.
It has like masters that it prefers.
Yeah, it has it has a sort of it has sort of its host that it's got in control right now, and sometimes the best tool is the one you're holding.
Yeah.
The thing that occurred to me quite early on, when I actually realised, what this share represents, was there is theoretically a timeline where Miracle sits in that chair, and Tomorrow Yearns at least tries to overpower it.
Yeah. Like,
Given what I
yeah.
know about Tomorrow Yearns.
Yeah, that's like the
Yes, but Tomorrow Yearns is far too independent to let the city tell it what to do. Tomorrow Yearns is an idea of that. No,
Yeah,
the city
exactly.
should be better.
That's why Tomorrow Yearns would try to overpower it, so they become the new big bad, as it were.
Yeah,
Which
that's
would be
like
fun.
yeah, that's like how sometimes there's a bad ending, but you have to deliberately work to get the bad ending. That's like the worst ending. You'd have to deliberately try to get.
Meanwhile, what I've done is given Welkin a reason to hope against, like, that actually maybe it can be better, and that's probably enough for the actual corruption of the city to go. Actually, yeah, you can't be a host anymore because you actually like want something good. You want something change, and no, you're meant to wallow in nostalgia. This corrupted time traveler who keeps going back and trying to make things perfect the way she wants it to. Well, now it is perfect. Now what are you going to do?
I like the idea that she hesitated because we pulled something off that we're not supposed to. Like,
Yep.
you didn't do this before.
And that's the angle I was leaning for. Was like, no, it's giving you enough time for you to think. Actually, no. You can't. You've now managed to make. You've now found a timeline where everything's perfect, and you don't want it to be reset. So now what?
Yeah.
That's good. The escape clause for the time traveler. You pulled her out of her clips. I was gonna hoping to bring up Tern's other promise finally, the promise of martyrdom. He's gonna try to sacrifice himself if he had to, and just try to destroy the chair through like sheer willpower or something.
Huh.
Like, not that necessarily would have worked, but
yeah. Well, to be fair, yeah. So I guess not much else to do here. What do your characters do now that this is sort of resolved?
Stay in your mum.
If we've we've effectively broken the loop and the conversation that Carys just had, I know what Carys does. Carys leaves. Carys joins Alice and they go off into the sunset.
Aww.
Yep, they move away, like the ending of Life is Strange. True colours.
I'm gonna have to play that game so I understand all of the parallels being drawn there, because I don't.
Yeah.
It's an interesting game.
I think the final shot for Miracle is she's like, it's a few days before graduation. She's like on paper for getting like a full double master's degree with perfect grades. Looking for PhD programs because she can't survive outside of academia, and is generally just spending lots of time on rooftops looking at the sunrise and going, it's nice to finally sleep without having to think about this too much, and wondering how Tern's doing, wondering about like knowing that Ceres is probably planning to leave and trying to catch them before they go.
Oh yeah, but Carys wouldn't just vanish on Tern and Miracle. There would definitely be moments of quietly sitting together. I think would sum up what they mostly do.
Yeah, I think like this isn't like the happiest of kinds of endings, but I think like after basically not really having direction in life and then having the conspiracy as a direction in life and then trying to turn against it and turning it down and not working, like he would end up going into like photography or whatever the hell, but he would like, does the dream world stuff still happen and still work, or does that kind of stop being a thing in their lives?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say because there's no one sort of directing the city to keep everyone sort of mired in nostalgia. The dreams are still there, but they're not sort of straight up battlegrounds if you go into them
as tethered. Yeah,
but there's still plenty to fix in there because
that does give
that's
me
the power we've got.
Yeah, I think
in terms of Tern in particular, I have a
yeah.
thought. If you're interested.
Oh.
Because Tern's whole thing is, with the martyrdom and the protecting Miracle from the conspiracy and whatnot. It is. And the fact that the way that we ended this was effectively soft locking the boss out of being able to do what they want to do. It's just I could see Tern just being sort of the watchdog, keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
In case the entity tries to latch onto somebody else, and then they can put it down quick. Because
I was gonna say, like, whether this was like resolved or not, Tern, it would like never be fully resolved for him. He would not be able to let it go. He would like he would be on constant like watch, like even as he tried to like live a normal decent life and whatnot, this would still be like it'd feel to him like a large part of his life, even if it wasn't really. Like he would stay in contact with Miracle and Carys to the extent that they wanted to, but like this would definitely, watching for the signs of this coming back would always be on his mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's just just making sure it doesn't happen again. Maybe if things go pear-shaped, he ends up as if he's not doing it himself, maybe he ends up as a mentor figure to someone else, or
Yeah, it could be. Like, I guess he would try not to try not to like actually mention it to the other two unless they signal that they were cool with talking about it, because I know that like towards Carys, he would want her to be able to be done with it, like that, like as like the wording of one of his promises to her, as I used to have it, where like it's important that she gets to see the end of it, even if it doesn't feel like the end of the problem to him. Like, he would simultaneously be a watchdog, but also definitely would not mention it to Carys unless Carys was talking about it in particular. But yeah, I think that's basically my headcanon for where Tern would go from there.
Yep, and because he's your character, that's canon. So yeah, yep, Miracle just stays in academia forever. Carys leaves the city and presumably gets a job doing something way more chill. Or, just travels a bit with Alice. And Tern stays behind, and makes sure things stay fixed.
Yeah, Tern used to like really want to leave the city and leave the expectations of himself and everything, but yeah, he feels like his duty attaches him to the city. It's like there isn't a lot that he's actually happy about, although there's definitely some things going right for him in his life, and so on. I don't know.
Yeah. Obviously, this is the end of the campaign, but I do have sort of a pitch for the three of you, if you're interested. Would you be interested in sort of maybe playing with a basically a follow-up with a different playbook?
Yes.
Now that I understand the system more, absolutely, because I know how I do things differently now.
Yeah, because I was just thinking
I'd actually approach the skills and stuff. So yeah, I'd be down for another one.
Yeah, because I was thinking this is basically sort of left it's a sort of a vague evil that doesn't have quite as much direct influence as it used to over the city. That kind of maybe works, but it's more of like the more sort of traditional magical girl one as a setting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I love the idea of like of a series getting a sequel series where everything in it works completely different and it's almost a different genre completely.
Yeah. No mystery, just beat up the darkness with powers. But yeah, we can discuss that at some point. I've been up since 5 o'clock. Go back to the main menu and stop the music. And yeah, hope everyone enjoyed this campaign.
No, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish I'd done certain things very differently, but that's just that it's always the same whenever I play a system that I've never played before.
Yeah, like obviously it was my first playing and first time running. I mean, I've run Blades before, and I was kind of struggling a bit with the sort of structure of it. But
if I'd played Blades before, then I think I'd have been better off, because I'd have understood how everything's tied together and the abilities and whatnot. And then I wouldn't have spread myself out so much. I would have gone all the way in on Sun.
Yeah, I kind of didn't really sort of realise that you hadn't played to Forge in the Dark game before.
Yeah.
Yep. So, go ahead, Nihilus.
Like with this, and to an extent also with Blades, I'm still trying to kind of get used to engaging with mechanics that encourage you to think about your character's motivations and like how their feelings and stuff can affect what you can do and all that. I'm still
Honestly, that was
I'm
one
trying
of my
to become a
favorite
better
things
role
about the
player and
system.
keep that in mind more often.
Like the system is so encouraging of the role playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get that because I like story first systems just because obviously it's come up with something and then roll to see how well it goes. But I get if you prefer something like a more sort of crunchy mechanic, I do get that.
The link system is interesting. Blades doesn't have the link system, but Blades does still have mechanics that lean into the role playing and encouraging you to think more in character and stuff. It's just I like these games.
Yep, there was a reason I was super enthusiastic about starting this campaign when I finally got my copy of the rulebook.
Yeah.
So what are you saying, Enfys?
I was just going to point out it's 11:15.
Yeah, okay,
which
so
means
yeah.
it's 12:15 in Sweden.
That's true. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Anyone want to plug anything?
My laptop, the battery's getting low. Jokes aside, streams. This Sunday is not Baldur's Gate, is it? It's thing, so that's not something that matters.
Yeah,
on Saturday, I might be playing with Catbad again. We haven't actually decided, so watch out for that just in case.
Cool. That'll be Portal 2 if you are. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. We were talking about doing the extra mission puzzle things. And also look out for which day of the week I decide to finally start streaming on. It may or may not be Final Fantasy XIV. Wink, wink.
Ooh.
Haha. That reminds me I have to get my subscription topped up and stop my house from being demolished. I stream on Thursdays. Normally it's game development or it's Lancer. So follow me on the Twitches and you get to watch role-playing games or me making role-playing games.
Yeah. I believe you're streaming this... did he say something
this Thursday,
about... Yeah, sorry.
Doing game dev this Thursday. Normally it would be a Lancer week, but all the entire Lancer group is missing.
Well, I'm not missing. It's just that it's kind of hard.
My stream and guess you're gonna be hanging out in my stream and talking about programming.
Yeah, I guess. Or I might be doing something else. You got anything planned, Nolis?
I should stream on Twitch again someday. Don't know if I will. I should make another video on my YouTube channel again. Don't know if I will. I exist on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. Nolisman on all websites.
Cool. Yep, as it happens.
Platforms,
no, I'm not.
that's what I was looking for.
Platforms, yeah. The social medias. For my part, Keith's actually correct. I won't be doing anything on the 20th because I thought I had a D&D game, but that was postponed. But I will be running a D&D on Friday the 21st. That'll be more Nordmark. The party have finally found, a portal to hell in the mad wizard's lab, which is always ominous. What will they find there, apart from a river of flowing broken glass? Who knows? I'll be streaming Hollow Knight at the usual times. And my throat hurts a lot now.
You should rest it.
Yes, I should. Let's raid someone.
Who's on?
Live. Goblin Hellion streaming some Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Gobbo.
Yeah, I believe she's on Act 3, so... Any objections for spoiler reasons, or...?
Yeah,
Not particularly.
Yeah, okay. We're raiding Goblin Hellion, who I believe who's also in the Lancer campaign.
Yes.
Yes.
Plays Gator.
Yep.
And
Everyone's favourite trash baby.
Everyone's favourite vent dweller.
My character hasn't really sort of interacted with her much yet, but hopefully that'll change.
We'll fix that.
Oh, yep, and she's also going to be in Nick's next D&D not D&D, next tabletop campaign, whenever that happens.
Cool.
But yep, brain fuzzy, throat hurt. Thank you, everyone. Well, thank you, Enfys, thank you, Nolis, and thank you, Keith, for indulging my desperation to run a God by Moonlight campaign. I feel fulfilled.
Yep, thank you for running it.
Yeah,
you had fun.
I had a lot of fun with the RP stuff. and
I want Tern to
interacting
show up
with
as a
the
mentor
people.
character, but have absolutely no idea how anything works anymore, and be completely useless as a mentor.
I was afraid that somebody was going to fail a roll and you were going to stomp on Alice, and then I might have had to do a cry.
Yeah. Sadly,
I got a little
sadly,
bit invested in that relationship, I'm not going to lie.
yeah. Sadly for my desperation to kill off a character, you actually you made that roll.
I sat on the chair. I was trying to die. I wanted to fill that promise.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Raid's going
Later.
through. Night all. Bye. Want to add anything for the YouTube VOD?
Like, subscribe, comment, all the good things. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for watching this actual play on YouTube, I guess.